What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron, and we got the headphones on today for a weird one. We are going to react to the Your Idiot Leaguemates fantasy football draft. It was my first time being in this league. We recorded it last Tuesday in the New York office with the BDGE guys, Nicker Colano, Gut, JMO, the Snapback guys like the Settlemans. It was a very fun time. The video is doing well. I saw Nick reacted to it, of course. I don't know if you want to call it drama, but Nick has kind of introduced the medium of reactions in the fantasy football space. And I got to be honest, this could have been a trade target video, but I think it's disingenuous to give you guys trade targets before week one. You drafted your team, all right? Those are your guys. Everybody drafted their guys. Let's wait until after week one to make trade targets. So this is what we're going to do for today. We're going to watch this video. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't plan to really edit this much, so we're going to just put myself in the top right corner. I'm going to watch along with you guys. I will say, I've seen clips. I've skimmed to a couple spots that like the comment section has outlined before, but that's about it. Let's watch this together. I can give you guys my thoughts as well in terms of the picks that are happening on the board, my thought process, and then also from a outsider's perspective, what these guys are actually like in person, talking with them, being in a room with them, all of that good stuff. So that was a long-winded intro. If you enjoy this reaction, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's just fire this thing up. I guess this is uncharted territory for me on this channel. I'll make sure to put timestamps so you guys can just skip when I press play. But here we go. Bang. Your Idiot Leaguemates. We will definitely do the Nicker Colano. Like we'll speed it up, but for the intro,
I just wanted to say that this is going to be the greatest, most highly anticipated fantasy football league the world will ever know. And it's not going to be because of a $5K prize. It won't be because of the last place punishment. It's because of the dudes
now, of course,
in this room right here. And the journeys that we go through, all right? Underdogs,
based off of
making a
dire
miraculous
straits,
comeback,
because when I did
friends becoming
a while
enemies,
back
and
on the
actually
BDG
hating
Trivia
each
channel,
other, all right? This league is
we
going to
couldn't
be
name
as
this
great
song as he was saying
as
the
we
lyrics
make
out
it
loud.
in
Which,
here.
of course,
Let's
I've heard this
capture
guitar
what
riff
it means
before. Let's just get that out of the way. I've
in
heard this
the best
guitar riff,
fantasy
but
football league
I can't
ever.
name the song.
And other than that, I wish you all the worst of luck.
Nah, I'm done with football. This is my last year in the football indeed.
Come on! It's dead!
Boom, no more cheating, J-Mo. You neither, Casey.
One touchdown for the rest of our lives. Let's go! Fuck you, Jack!
Hey, Gut, go fuck yourself.
The second pick I would like to choose.
Lamar motherfucking Jackson, baby! Let's go!
Great pick.
Is it? That's a bad pick.
This is my first round pick. I'm going to go with iced out Joe Burr.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll skip the intro. Honestly, I wasn't here for any of this, so we'll skip this. Okay, we get it. Captain Destined won. Dire Straits, very cool.
Bro, it's a story about
JL
integrity.
won.
It's a story about love. It's a story about the men with the big calves.
All right, here we go. We are also iPad kid. What we'll go. I gotta be honest. I usually rep 2 times speed, but we'll go 2x for now. We'll slow up the feeling and slow down. Yeah, this was Tony was getting a coffee down the street while we were all waiting for him.
This will run for what, 60 seconds? Ish, give or take. If your horse finishes in first place, you have the 101. If the horse finishes in 7th place, you have the 107. Like last year, you're allowed to trade draft picks, but holy draft picks. If you're trading the 107 for the 101, you have the 101 for the remainder of the draft. Multiple random draft picks are out. Gets too confusing. Horse is ready?
I gotta be honest, this was weird because it was just however they finished was the order. I didn't necessarily like if I had the 101 of draft slots, I don't think I would pick first overall. So it was a little weird. I wasn't quite rooting to go first. I would have liked to be in the top 5, but it was weird.
Go.
I mean, are those electric? Like, my guys don't pick up steam here, so that was actually pretty hard. You guys got sex of Denver first football was pretty cool. Mock draft on this channel where I went from we just randomized them and I did first overall in that mock draft the night before, which was cool. And I have gotten the comment of like, Ron, you're tall. Look, when I'm on this desk, I look small, but people love to say, you know, I don't know. I get comments all the time of like, you're just like a goof. I don't know. Let's see. I think I could give most people buckets in the fantasy football space. I'll say that. Adam's a hooper.
Let's go. Oh my God. Oh.
Adam, he carded me.
You're alive. Finish off the draft.
There you have it.
Boys are tired. Look at the loser landways 12 Canadian. What job? Beautiful.
What happened? So, I missed it. It's 11:32. We decided the draft order about 5 minutes ago. And I've already made the first trade of the season on brand. I ended up with the 3 spot, which I was actually stoked about. But I did trade back 1 spot to Nick, who had 4. I'm gonna say a little bit of my strategy out loud here in front of everybody. I don't think you're listening, but essentially, there's 4 quarterbacks that I kind of think are in the top tier. So I'm getting the last one, but they're all relatively the same to me. Allen, Lamar, Hurts, JD. As long as I get one of them, I'm good with it. And I also kind of want to be in the middle. Last year being on the end, didn't like having to wait so long for a couple picks. So
Tony made a swap 3 for 4. I kind of knew what player I wanted before this, and now hearing him confess about his spot, I would have gotten him regardless. So I that's good about me. Great start. Ron just fired his ass up.
Let's draft, fellas. This is the most important day of the year. Every decision
I
you
was
make
trying to
today
gas Sexy
determine the
up.
outcome
I was trying to hit it with the, come on, fire us up, Sexy, fire us up.
of the rest of your life. Do not fuck up. Do not do anything out with Nick. Don't trade with Nick. Just do what you need to do
It's
to
not
win
playing
this
in the
fucking
late
league.
game.
And let's have a day.
The 1-on-1 worst speech I've heard in the entire time.
All right. I think we're just gonna put Ron on the clock then. 2 minutes on the clock.
With the 101.
With the
I
101.
swear that was
And your
until
Leaguemates,
the
I will
mic.
be selecting
That
Lamar
wasn't
Jackson.
the mic. All right, we're here. Rookie season. I'm out here looking like a damn your idiot's substitute teacher here. I was told to dress up in a suit. I don't got a suit. I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a child, but I do have a button down and a tie, so that's what we're out here with. I'm very excited. I am here for the first time, first year in your Leaguemates. Down to maybe just fuck around and win it all. I don't know. I'm kind of on my Derek Rose here right now. Why can't I be the champion of this league? Everyone's gonna use the Nick's rankings. I think that's going to create some really fun opportunities for me, where maybe there's some guys that Nick likes that I don't like, there's some guys that I like Nick doesn't like. I can get some values on the board. And on top of that, we got the first overall pick, which the first overall pick in fantasy football is kind of cursed, right? Like McCaffrey last year is brutal, but in Superflex it's a little different. Like these quarterbacks, they just are kind of, they are what they are. So they were going to take Lamar Jackson. He's amazing. I think the toss up between him or Josh Allen, but give the tiebreaker to Lamar. I just want, look, when I'm watching this team on Sundays, give me Lamar. He's electric. Josh Allen in the AFC East. I can't see him score, 4 touchdowns versus the Jets. And I also think, I don't know, maybe he's too full of regression on the rushing touchdown side of things. I think Lamar, just more electric player. I don't know, we're splitting ties here, but the turn will be tricky though. I will be honest, the turn will be tricky because you're going to have like 24 picks between each turn. So I got to really kind of predict what the market's going to do. But excited to be here. Excited to just win. I think we're just going to win. That's really what my strategy is here. It's just we're going to go out there and win. We're going to draft the good players. We're going to fade the bad ones, and we'll come out on top in December. So, all right, I'll see you guys.
All right, Nick. Want me to go?
As a Jets fan, I fucking hate this dude. Time I finally put in work. Number 2.
But yeah, there's nothing really to add on the 101. It's Lamar or Josh Allen in this format. I honestly, you flip a coin every time I have to make that decision in drafts at this point.
Josh Allen.
Snapback Trivia Nate back again for another year of your idiot league mates. I am not the scared new hire this year. I am experienced. I know how Superflex works, and I am ready to redeem myself from an awful last season and pull the number 2 overall pick. Really couldn't have been easier for me. Ron takes Lamar number 1. I jump on Josh Allen. Hate him as a Jets fan, but it's time I put him to work. Couldn't start it better. I know what I'm doing. I have a strategy, and I'm ready to surprise these guys because they think I'm a pushover. They're about to learn. They're about to find out.
Hated Joe Burrow last year. Hated Jamar Chase. There are tier 4 quarterbacks at the top of this draft. I won't be taking any of them.
Holy shit. Wow.
Is that holy shit? He's ranked number 3.
Just got off the clock to 103. First, maybe surprise pick of the draft.
I was surprised Nick did that. I mean, obviously he says it's a surprise pick. I think it's fine, but it is something that I sort of mentioned there of like, the 101 has been cursed. I'm not saying that Jamar Chase isn't my 101 or that he's a bad pick, but there's some bad vibes, right? Last year, McCaffrey sucked. The year before that, I think Jefferson was the 101. He sucked. Year before that, I think it was JT in 2022. He sucked. So I don't know. We'll see if Jamar Chase breaks the curse, but there is a really nice advantage of having one of these elite quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts, Daniels, that he passed on here, but Jamar Chase is nice in a 3 wide receiver, 1 flex for sure.
Draft. I went with Jamar Chase. Me and Tony had a pick swap. So I had the 4 originally. I thought Tony was going to grab Jamar Chase the 3. So I shook his hand. I said, let's put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Made the trade with Nick to go back 1 spot because, in my opinion, the top 4 quarterbacks all in the same tier: Allen, Lamar, Hurts, Daniels. I think that's more or less how they're ranked in a consensus. And to be honest, I didn't really want to make the decision. I didn't really want like the 1 or 2 because I didn't want to have to pick between those guys. Although I do think I would kind of lean more towards the Allen Lamar. Maybe it's just because they win MVPs in real life, and that's cool to have on.
I will say too, I was led astray with the dress code. I was told suit and tie. If I had known that I could have just pulled up in a white button down like this, I would have done that. I wouldn't have wore a tie like a goof, but
fantasy team, but Nick kind of actually threw me a curveball here by going with Jamar Chase and not taking one of the wide receivers. So I was in the position where I had to choose between Daniels and Hurts. And then he told me that he was taking a quarterback regardless, so now I feel kind of stupid for doing that. But we got our guy here. The way I'm looking at the draft this year, there's just so many good quarterbacks. We're going to see a tier if I had to project. Lamar, Josh Allen, Jane Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow all go in the first. And I think you're going to see only a few quarterbacks go from the second to like the fourth round. So I think we're going to get great value at the QB position. Jamar Chase in a full PPR. We don't want to overthink it. I had T. Higgins last year. He's good for multiple hamstring strains. I just don't want to deal with that fucking bullshit every time he walks up a hill at practice. Oh, he tweaks his hamstring again. Oh, he tweaks. The guy can't do anything without tweaking his fucking hamstring. I don't know what it's made out of. It's made out of brisket. We just ordered brisket. Jamar Chase, welcome to the squadron. With the 4th pick, your league mates, I'm going with a guy I believe in. Might be controversial, don't know, but I'm taking Jaden Daniels. In my heart of hearts, I think Hurts is slightly a better fantasy player just because he gets a rushing touchdown at least once a game. But I gotta be honest, man, this is fantasy, and I just don't want to root for Jalen Hurts on Sundays. I really don't. And so I took Jaden Daniels. I feel good about it, and we're gonna move on from there. I don't know the exact strategy, but this is kind of why I wanted to be in the middle of the draft. I'm just gonna let the players fall to me that fall to me, and I'm gonna scoop up those good value picks, guys who I want on my team. You know, last year I made some mistakes taking guys that I was like, oh, he's a good value here, good value there. Well, I still kind of want to do that. I also want to make sure I have guys on my team that I want to watch on Sunday, and I'm setting that precedent with Jaden Daniels.
All right, draft day, Johnny Manziel, Jack Attack is back for year 2. Successful run last year to the championship. A lot of haters, a lot of doubters. Obviously, swindle tone in that big Josh Allen.
People kill Jack in the comments, just from what I've been reading. Jack's a cool dude. I know he comes out here like he's a douchebag on purpose, but I think he kind of just plays into the heel. I've met him behind the scenes. He's an okay guy. It is very funny. People, like, a lot of comments of, like, guy in the Texas jersey sucks, but I don't know. I think Jack is he's a good vibes guy.
For Derek Carr trade, RIP Derek Carr.
Oh, well, you have Josh Allen.
Let's go.
Which this trade, by the way, obviously I wasn't here, but my God. I guess it was early season that, like, Olave and Carr were kind of cooking, and I guess Mason was cooking a little bit. But, man, you just can't trade away Josh Allen without getting, like, a verified stud in return. That's kind of like, you know, I don't know how we even got 3 players. I don't know how we got 2 players on top of Josh Allen to come back.
Goes back to being a pumpkin. I will fly to New Orleans and beat the shit out of him.
Not in the league no more, so I can't obviously get a QB1 in exchange for Derek Carr from Tony this year. But I end up with the number 5 pick, and I'm actually kind of excited about that because I think there's a lot of value in some of the quarterbacks in the mid to late rounds. I love Jordan Love. I like Tua this year. I like Caleb Williams. I like Dak. Like, I like a lot in that range. I think there's going to be a lot of overreactions to last year. It's a 1-year sample size that this league has. I think people are going to be like quarterbacks, right? Because they remember how Allen and Lamar finished the season. I actually think there's a ton of value in the non-quarterbacks this year. At the number 5 pick, I think it is going to go some version of Allen, Lamar, Hurts, Daniels. I'm hoping to get Bijan. Bijan is my RB1, especially in PPR this year. I think CMC could have a big year. I'm kind of off Saquon. I don't think he's going to have like a disastrous year, but I just don't think he's my RB1. So hopefully I end up with Bijan. I'm able to stack some quarterbacks later in those mid to late rounds. And then similar to last year, I was all in on Terry McLaurin. I'm running it back this year with the same model. I'm going with Calvin Ridley. So that's my player. This is a difficult pick as Sir Jalen Hurts did carry me to the championship last season. And I think he's in store for a big year. But my number 1 player on the board is Bijan Robinson.
Damn. Like on the board over Wildest College. You got taker or left? Left. Okay.
Yeah. I'm the best player available.
Yo, the neighbor's healthy? I'll do it when to get tomorrow and get out. Yeah. How the neighbor's back?
It's not good.
Oh, it's cool. Like the turbo?
Joe's locked in.
Yeah. He's got green.
All right, 6th pick. I'm going Jahmyr Gibbs.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
What? JL?
Yeah, don't start.
JL?
Does he? Where does JL rank Jalen Hurts in his top 10 quarterbacks?
JL's been known to brick layups at times.
Where is it?
6th overall pick. Look, last year wasn't great. Won 2 games.
See, look, last thing on the dress code. If I knew I could show up Jersey Shore
this year,
clean like this.
Still not great. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just going athletes. I'm picking great athletes. And I mean, with the 6th pick, Jahmyr Gibbs on the board. I took Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm going to look back on this in about 5 weeks.
Also, the two running backs over Hurts, right? Gibbs and Bijan. We're nitpicking. Like, these are all first-round picks. I love Gibbs. I think Bijan's fine. I personally would have leaned Hurts, but I don't think that these are, like these guys are goofs. Now, obviously, I will say a comment that has been under the original video is why are quarterbacks going in the first round? This is obviously a super flex draft. That's why quarterbacks are getting pushed up. I might as well mention it off the top. It's 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, 1 tight end. Quarterback, super flex.
10 weeks and be like, why the fuck did I take Jalen Hurts? Probably, but it is what it is. I'm going athletes. I took 2 QBs last year in the first 4 rounds, and they didn't do shit for me. So I'm just going receivers and running backs right now. We'll worry about the quarterbacks later, and whatever happens, happens. Jahmyr Gibbs 106. I feel great about it. I'll let you know after week 1 if I feel great about it.
Look at those calves.
The defending champion.
Tuck in the
Stickers in the
shorts.
other room.
Tuck that shirt into them shorts. Yeah. Oh, man.
Orange.
He's
got orange.
New York.
All right, boys.
Nope.
Thank you, Joe. Wherever you are. Thank you for taking Jahmyr Gibbs. 'Cause I'm taking Jalen motherfucking Hurts, baby.
There was a lot of me that thought Mahomes was going to be the sticker flipped over there.
You need Cass to do a push.
Wow.
Hurts
Hurts 107.
That just happened.
Flex is nice.
Cavs of Destiny, baby. JL Garoppolo. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Champion JL Garoppolo from the Cavs of Destiny. The championship winning Cavs of Destiny, baby. I took Jalen Hurts to start, which feels like a little bit chalk, but they're doing some weird shit out there. I'm not gonna lie. Jameer Gibbs already went before Jalen Hurts. This is a super flex league. In case you forgot. That's okay. Jalen Hurts. We're gonna push Jalen Hurts all the way to a back-to-back championship, baby. But now that I proved something, I just want to prove it again. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to beat them mercilessly again. The feeling I want them to feel is helplessness. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the feeling I want them to feel when they play fantasy football against me.
Ooh. Oh, quickly going for that Bryce Young sticker.
He was walking in like someone was going to beat him too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Green bean.
Holy shit. He got yellow.
He got yellow. He got yellow.
I love my shout out offseason. I'm going to do it here. I'm going with my wide receiver 1 and CD Lamb.
All right. Wow. Dub. Number 6 ranked player in the BDGE Superflex PPR rankings.
Really?
At the 1 call a value. At the 108.
So
spots.
who overdrafted?
Everyone but me and Gut. It's bad picks littered all over the board right now.
No, who are the 2 players?
I think I just had the running backs behind the top wide receivers, yeah.
You know how many like Targis, Bijan's getting this year though?
Yeah, do you know how many wins we're not getting this year?
Really?
4. Look like you're being escorted to a maximum security prison.
What's up, Keith? Oh,
Covering
With the 9th pick in the draft, if you don't stand on something, you have nothing to stand on. Saquon Barkley.
Okay. Go. A lot of running backs in the first round.
Good pick.
Fuck Joe Burrow.
There's Dynasty. There's Redraft. When those worlds collide, we take Ashton Genty.
Woo! Wow. The Rook.
Does he know this is a dynasty?
He's Dynasty brain.
That's number 21 in the BG draft.
Ew.
I'm trying to think. Is Genty really that? No, Genty's pretty crazy there over Justin Jefferson, to be honest. I think I go Jefferson there for sure. I don't know. Maybe, I guess you could talk me into the idea of you think a running back goes on the turn and Genty maybe is the last in a tier that you like. Like maybe you don't like Derrick Henry that much. Maybe you don't like Devon Achane that much. So I could see it. It's not an outrageous pick, but it was a little jarring to see it.
This thing on. I went ahead and took Shock the World. Ashton Genty at the 101. Feel like this year his workload is going to be ridiculous. And for me, at the back at the 110, shockingly, right? So at the 110, I get the same picks I got last year.
Yellow.
Gotta be Jefferson.
For 111,
See, Adam's
I'm going to take Danger Russ's
team.
teammate, Malik Neighbors.
Whoa. My man is off the seed oils.
Glad I didn't update the injury report for the draft guy today.
Did we change the league to dynasty? I don't know.
Any bets? Going Burrow, Jefferson for sexy.
Burrow for sure. Here comes the sexual. Whoa. Burrow Jefferson. Go ahead. All right. With the 12th and 13th pick, Judge Sexual selects Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Nice stack.
Yeah, I saw that and was like, damn. I kind of wish I was on the other turn. That's why, like, during the race, it's like, okay, I was definitely rooting for my guy to run fast, but if I had gotten 12 like sexy, I wouldn't have cried about it, especially in the super flex. I feel like the way things fall, you could just get some pretty sweet value. So Burrow Jefferson, I mean, that's an amazing 1-2. Sexy's clinical.
Give a speech.
Wow, so in a wild turn of events, Adam and J-Mo come in clutch for me, taking Neighbors and Genty over Burrow and Jefferson. I mean, it's just easy picks. How do you pass up Burrow and Jefferson at the turn?
Sexy's hair is crazy. I love it. Every time I see him in the, what do we do? The, I don't know where to put my head. But every time I see him for the gauntlet, I'm like, Sexy, have I told you that your hair looks nice today? Yeah, he's just a different breed. Can't wait till he's in the States.
I'm so happy with that. We ended up getting 2 of our top 11 guys and didn't have to dip into the next year. Let's go.
I feel like heads are way more locked in this year and like less content.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like all y'all are like just bugging over draft rankings. Like just
literally only your brother.
Look at him.
That's like streaming a video game right now.
All right. You guys know
you're back up?
I'm a fan of Rodgers. I'm a fan of Russ. I'm a fan of the vets. That's why Matthew Stafford got 1 more with Puka Nacua.
Whoa, I thought you were taking Stafford.
I thought you were taking DK
I like
Metcalf.
that's a great stack there, Sam.
Rodgers.
Idiot league mate Jameson Trahan here made the playoffs last year. This year I had the 111 in the draft. Last year I had the 112 and then switched to the 6. Something tells me this year getting the 111 told me I'm just supposed to be in the back for a reason. Back-to-back years, 11 is my favorite number. I thought about trading, but the 11 spot's meant for me. And with my first 2 picks, it hurt me to not go quarterback, but I took Malik Neighbors and Puka Nacua. 2 guys that are all world talents. Puka Nacua, greatest rookie wide receiver season ever. Malik Neighbors was basically all pro as his rookie in his first year, and that's what I ended up with. Don't know if I love it. I would have preferred to have a quarterback out the gate. Now I'm going to try. I don't like give away my strategy, and I'd love if I could somehow, when I get my next picks, attack QB, get like my guys between Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, Justin Herbert. If I could get one of those 3, I'll be psyched. But for right now, wide receivers are checked off. I don't love not having running back either, so if next round I could go QB running back I like to be diversified. I like to know like I don't have any crazy weak spots. I think that's the round I'm going to take. If for some reason QBs in everyone flies, I'm also not against taking Bowers in round 3 or 4. Feel good about how I started. 2 young guys with 2 old quarterbacks. I'm someone that loves the vets. I'm still loving some 2010 football. I'm in line of
I think did J-Mo just say that he'll take Bowers if he gets there at 3 or 4? I mean, Bowers ain't coming back, but I will say I think Neighbors over Jefferson is going to be a mistake when you look back, but Neighbors Puka is a fine one too.
Wilson. I'm relying on Matthew Stafford. Who knows? Maybe some Pittsburgh Steelers will end up on my team later because you know I can't refuse Aaron Rodgers. But for now, 2 young studs at wide receiver, and we ride.
Whoa,
Love that. More of that. Case. You're up next.
Some things stay the same. In the second round, we take Amon-Ra St. Brown again.
Hate that. Hate that.
So underrated.
I knew there was going to be a bunch of receivers on the way back. I was hoping Neighbors was going to make it to me there. J-Mo, of course, broke my heart with the very next pick. Got Amon-Ra again in the second round. So we are on our way to having a similar team to miss the playoffs. But we're going to keep big energy, big things coming here for the big dogs. We're coming back. We're coming to take JL spot. We're coming to take Sexual spot. Sexual still in Canada can't even make the draft. So we're ready to go. Big things popping. And there's some teams I'm already worried about. Just not mine.
Similar to Gut, I got my wide receiver 1 for my boy back there, Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh,
Hate that.
Someone's got to get a gift.
We're just off the quarterbacks.
Someone's going to get a gift. That's why I faded. So you got to be smart.
All right, we are halfway through round 2. I have my first 2 picks in. Saquon, I got at the 9 slot, and then on the comeback, I got BTJ. If I'm being honest, I wanted CD with my first pick, but I really like Saquon. I feel like everyone on Saquon is like, oh, he can't do it again this year. Everyone thinks the Eagles are going to be dominant again. He's healthy. So I see no reason why that doesn't happen again. So I like Saquon. Would have wanted CD, but other than that, I love Saquon. I was never taking Joe Burrow, that absolute fraud. And then on the comeback, BTJ with the guy I wanted so badly. I know Gut is surprised that I didn't take Nico, but for me, BTJ, I'm all in on the Jags. Liam Cohn, I want to get Trevor Lawrence and get that stack later in the draft. I think BTJ is going to be a league winner this year.
You gotta be smart. Oh my god. I'm landing a fucking stud muffin.
I know Jack was killing him for it, but I like Brian Thomas. Now I will say at this point in the draft, there are sirens going off in my head. I'm like, Christian McCaffrey hasn't gone yet. McCaffrey's my 107. I would take the top 6, right? So in terms of not super flex, so you can throw the quarterbacks in there, but the non-quarterbacks, right now that Burrow's off the board, McCaffrey of course comes to mind. Jefferson, Saquon, Bijan, Gibbs, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase. Once those 6 are gone, for me it's McCaffrey. So I'm sitting there like, man, why couldn't I have been on that turn? The back half, I think there was some really nice values.
Same. Now I wish I
just
didn't
the way that McCaffrey falls.
Got with the I can't believe that guy fell to me.
I didn't think you'd get back to me, but I'm going to take a value here and go Nico Collins.
Yep. That is just destroying value.
This is right after my second round pick. I went Nico Collins, CeeDee Lamb. I feel really good about those 2 picks. I'm not thinking too much. I'm more going with my guys. As you guys have seen in content, especially if you watch the BDG Bets content, you've seen I've been offensive player of the year. I already put in a slip Nico Collins. I already put in a slip for CeeDee Lamb to lead the league in receiving yards. Like, these are my guys. Like, those 2 have been my offensive player of the year picks from day 1. So me getting 2 of my guys pretty much off the rip, I feel awesome about. Am I a little worried stacking receiver early? No, because of the 3 wide receiver draft. So if I get 3 wide receivers coming up and I can get back on later on, so I feel there's some good depth of wide receiver this year. So I'm not feeling too pressed about it. So I feel really good about those 2. I think my wide receiver 3 can be more flexible. These next 2 picks I'm going to have to go probably quarterback, running back route, studs on in those positions. But the way the room feels is.
I do love how it, like, I think me and Gut are similar, that like everyone in here is like, oh, I'm so stupid. Like, I hope my picks work out. And then me and Gut are like, well, I think the architecture of the board and kind of the format of this league, I think that we can actually draft 3 wide receivers here and maybe get a little bit too in the weeds on the strategy stuff.
It's going to be a very wide receiver heavy draft with a few running backs sprinkled in. I think Chase Brown's going to go this round. I would have to assume Kyron goes somewhere in this round. I think there's going to be definitely some more running backs sprinkled in here. Hopefully on the back end. I think next round I'm just going to reach. I'm going to try to reach and stack. I think reaching for Dak to pair with CD is worth it. So maybe I'll do that in round 3. If I can maybe get in round 4, I know Sexy loves Dak Prescott, so maybe I won't get in there, but we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of the main approach right now.
Don't miss the round. Wide receiver. It's before we're gone.
Yeah, 3 wide receiver. You like him? Over Nico? Hate.
Last time you hated a receiver pick was Jamar Chase, brother. Like, is
that true?
There's nothing to build. And T. Higgins too. Yeah, you guys hated both of them.
T. Higgins.
I don't know if. I guess it doesn't come off in these videos, but like Jack is clearly joking. Like, he doesn't think that Brian Thomas is like the worst player ever. I don't know. He's just trying to stir the pot.
Hey, play the tape, Joe. I'm pretty sad I traded with you, Tony. Look, let's have a conversation about it.
Okay.
Good talk.
You taking a nap in there? I'd be an obnoxious prick too.
It's on Brock.
I would like to choose Brock at the.
Like, here I'm looking, I'm like, oh my god. Like, if I'm sprinting to take McCaffrey if I'm any of these guys. And maybe you guys are watching this and you're like, I don't like McCaffrey, but at a certain point, man, we're talking in a 1 quarterback. This is now 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're talking 201 Christian McCaffrey, 2nd round Christian McCaffrey in a 1 quarterback.
Bowers, all right. Tight end, Las Vegas Raiders.
And last year's winner passes on.
I thought you were saying Brady.
Yes, sir, Joe.
206. Taking Drake London.
Great. I found it a little shocking. I think as well in Superflex, I would probably, I'd shy away from, I think, going like elite quarterback like Hurts up here and then also Bowers. I think you're going to fall behind that at flex, and especially in this league when it's 3 wide receivers and these receivers are flying off like that. I would have gone McCaffrey here. And then Joe goes Drake London. So we're sitting here at the 208, 203 in 1 quarterback, and McCaffrey is still on the board. And of course, Jack gets the big value. I think Jack's team would have been, of course, if he had taken Hurts here and then McCaffrey on the way back, he would have easily the best start really possible, next to like probably Burrow, Jefferson over there.
Great pick. Wow.
Not letting me get the Falcon stackaroni.
I thought I could get him in like early 3rd.
With my 2nd pick, I'm going with Mr. McCaffrey.
Woo! There it is.
Thank God.
Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I think that's
Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, I don't know. Jack was doing this. This was a tough sell. This bit from Jack. He put Christian McCaffrey on the front sticker, and then on top of that, he put Luke McCaffrey. And his big plan was he was going to stick it on the board and then peel off Luke McCaffrey. There's 2 issues. One, no one believes that you're earnestly putting Luke McCaffrey on the board. Like, there is no shock value. It's like, okay, like, what are we doing here? And then 2, there are stickers. So, you know, once they're stuck to something, they're stuck to something. So it just was kind of.
Hey, I was gonna pull it off. Yo, lock that in. No, he made the roster though, Jack.
You did that for a bit? Wait, did I not take McCaffrey?
No, he's a McCaffrey.
Oh, come on. Put both of them on. No, I was gonna like rip Luke off. So Christian is underneath.
Put Luke in there.
All right, interesting.
Don't be.
Taking the king, Derrick Henry.
Devon, A-Chain.
You like A-Chain over
I was
Henry?
hoping A-Chain came back, but I
would've
knew Nick wasn't going to let him get to me.
He took A-Chain, I think. I would take Henry, because, like, Henry, but...
Yeah. So I thought Nick was going to take. Now I'm going to take him. Chase Brown.
Yeah. Oh, see, it allowed me not to... Brown was my next running back, but I didn't want to go double Cincinnati there, really.
I hate Chase Brown. I think Nate's having a disaster class.
I love Chase Brown.
Last time he said that, it was the best back this year.
Best back in the league who made the playoffs? Wait, did I do you in the playoffs?
Right,
I 3-0 swept? Wait, did I 3-0 sweep you last week? Did I 3-0 sweep you?
I'm sitting there because I got to think through two picks there. I was hoping A-Chan came back, so I was thinking between Mahomes, Bucky Irving, A.J. Brown in terms of what's going to come back at the 4-5 and kind of playing through those scenarios of are there going to be two running backs I like? Can I go quarterback receiver? Do I need to go Bucky, A.J. Brown, and then I'll like a quarterback who comes back to me? That's kind of what I was thinking through.
I'm just asking, did that happen? Did I 3-0 sweep you? That's nasty.
At the turn, I will be taking Sir Patrick Mahomes II.
That's a good one.
And A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Damn, I like those. Yeah, I think so.
You don't want to give A.J. the second round pick?
All right, we are back here from the 2-3 turn. I will be honest, I'm very shocked how wide receiver heavy this room is right now, where it felt like, for a stretch there, it was like 12 receivers and within like 13, 14.
Which is no disrespect to these guys, but I don't know. I get called kind of like a zero RB bro out there for loving wide receivers. I'll draft a lot of receivers. I'll punt off my second running back. Sometimes we'll get really extreme. So I was expecting this to be pretty running back hungry, but I don't know. In the weird Superflex setup, it got weird because like even still, Chase Brown went off the board. Derrick Henry went off the board. Devon A-Chan went off the board. So I don't know. I was looking at Bucky Irving versus A.J. Brown. It was tough.
You guys, I mean, not you guys. People on my channel know I love wide receivers, but I thought we would get something.
And I will say, I had Mahomes as a mid-second. I made like a quick set of rankings for this. And I was unsure about it because after Burrow went off the board, the quarterback market in every Superflex league is different. So it was a gamble, thinking that maybe between now and my next pick, X amount of quarterbacks go off the board, and I don't like what comes back to me. But I think it'll work out.
Turn there. So the 2-3 turn is actually a little bit tricky, where I feel like Mahomes is a value. I have Mahomes as a mid-second in this format. We already took Lamar. So double on quarterback there is tough. It seems like this league is going to maybe sleep on quarterback. We might get to this 4-5 turn and like quarterback on the board and have to pass, but the way things went, I just didn't really like having to pass on Mahomes there. I didn't think he's going to bounce back, but he could just be MVP Mahomes. And then the second pick, like for me, Mahomes is pretty easy. And it was really close between A.J. Brown and Bucky Irving, going running back or wide receiver there. And just the way people are valuing wide receiver, they might dry up. I thought he was 4-5, so I locked in A.J. Brown. We have 3 verified good players on good offenses. Still comes back to the 4-5. I think there's some running back value that allows us to pass on quarterbacks and sleep soundly about it, but I'm not sure. This is interesting.
I like that. Lamar and Mahomes feels like a good stack.
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
I actually went with Henry over Mahomes. I was like so torn between those two, but I thought there was a better chance Mahomes would make it back than Henry.
Third round, Marquise, Bucky Irving.
Oh, okay.
I done thought about him here.
Just who I was going to take.
Hate the double running back stack, but best available player in the
wow.
You're king. You're fucking king.
3 rounds in the books. I think we're at 306. Like I predicted, I went with a receiver up front because I knew what I say. We're going to go with 5 QBs, and then we're going to see a big drag on where no one hits them. So I think I'm going to be able to pepper, QB like 8 to 16 over the next like 3 or 4 rounds. Boys are turning into fucking brisket for me. I'll say third round.
Here, I would have got Lad here, but obviously teaser in hindsight. I will say Nick is wild for eating into the mic. I get very self-conscious about eating around the mic, but obviously his office, his rules.
Jacobs, I don't love going like super heavy running back early, but there's just so much receiver depth in this year in particular now. There's gonna be dudes like I'll be able to get probably Ridley, Rome, some of those guys. Even like Pickens.
I will say the food that got catered to the office was sick. It was like this barbecue brisket. I don't even really know. It was like mystery meat I was eating out there, but it was good. It seemed like true Southern type food.
Ours will probably drop like the 6, 7, 8 rounds. So if those guys end up being my wide receiver 3s and whatnot, we're gonna be all right. Right now we got Jamar, H-Chan, and Jacobs. So I like the combination of guys there. Jacobs not like a PPR stud, obviously, but he just lives on the goal line. Guy just scores touchdowns weekly. Every single time steps on the field, he's also stepping into the end zone. H-Chan, monster, calf, whatever. I don't know. You gotta take risks, I guess. H-Chan was next guy up on my board. We put together a PPR monster between the first 2 picks. So now I get to chill on running back for a while. I think like my next running back could probably be a dude in the 8th, 9th.
Round 3. Already fucking hate this pick. But it feels like the right thing to do. I'm taking Ladd McConkey.
Ladster. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are 2 I was back and forth.
All right, so I just made my 3rd round pick. We're in the middle of the 3rd. I ended up getting Derrick Henry in the 2nd. I was really contemplating between him and Patrick Mahomes. I thought that there was a better chance Mahomes would make it a round or like 8 more picks. Derrick Henry felt like he was going to go soon if I didn't take him. A lot less quarterbacks going this year than last year. I'm kind of surprised. Feels like people are a little off quarterbacks right now. Middle 3rd round, Baker still there, Bo Nix was still there. It was kind of enticing, but there are a lot of quarterbacks I feel comfortable with, even way down the board. Decided not to go with the 2nd quarterback here. I really like Kyron Williams this year. I also like Jonathan Taylor. Those are 2 running backs that I think I like as players more than Ladd McConkey. As a team build thing, I don't want 2 running backs right now because if the running back falls later in the draft, I want to feel like I have a spot for them and not already using my flex. And we start 3 wide receivers, so I don't feel great about it. I don't feel great about Ladd McConkey in the 3rd round, but again, it just feels like one of those things that you got to do what you got to do. It's the right pick more than a sexy pick right now, and we'll see how it plays out. Ladd McConkey, 3rd round. Let's go.
I didn't want that. I just hate this range.
I think with the quarterback landscape, it kind of depends on how you feel about Mahomes. Like if you think that Mahomes, what he's been the last 2 years, is who Mahomes is, then I reached on him, and he should be going in that Bo Nix, Baker, Purdy area later on. Or you view Mahomes as a tier ahead of those guys, and you want to take him at this 2-3 turn area. For me, I think Mahomes still got it, so that's why I went with it. But I definitely see the idea of like if I don't take him here, I guess Tony admits that he would have taken him here, but it depends. It's like a person by person basis.
Yeah, it's not a good spot. And I would take Taylor. Well, I guess I do need a.
What do you pair with Luke McCaffrey here? You need a second running back. Bijan.
3 RBs could be a movie.
Could be a movie.
What are you going with?
I actually don't know.
Okay, this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, JT would be the pick here, but your team build kind of like puts you in a weird spot.
I'm between McBride, Taylor, and Nix. Third round. Run the rock, boys. John. Yeah, I'm gonna go make a confession. All right, we're halfway through round 3, and when I came on here, I said I was gonna stick to my guns with the late QB strategy, and then I was shocked that Hurts was not selected by my pick. And I had Hurts in my squad last year, and like the tush push is just it's a point machine. 6 points every fucking time. I also am the biggest Eagles hater in the world, but I had Hurts on my fantasy team. He's on my dynasty team. Like, I love him in fantasy. He's great. I even think he's gonna be better this year. I think there's gonna be more games they play from behind. I think he's gonna score a lot of fantasy points, but I really like the top few running backs, and then after that, I think there's this cliff, which is why I went Bijan over him. And then again, I was in between Mahomes, McCaffrey. I was actually down on Mahomes and the Chiefs this year. Super Bowl hangover, that's definitely a thing. It feels like the Chiefs like have to dip down the same way that the Patriots and Brady did before they come back up. But there's a lot of hype behind the Chiefs right now. And I think that was getting in my head. So I was like, McCaffrey from Mahomes. I went McCaffrey. And then when it got back to me, I was probably going to go Ladd. Tony takes Ladd right before me. So I was between JT, Trey McBride, really those two, Bo Nix. But I really, like I said, I like Dak.
It is nice to hear how many people were debating Mahomes with their second round pick, though. I will say, watching this back, that when I saw the lack of quarterbacks that we're going to see here from round 3 on, I was like, ooh, maybe I messed up, but.
Caleb, I like throwing out. Like, I like.
I will say this 3 quarterback start I think is fine, or 3 running back start I think is fine. I would have gone Hurts over Bijan, but you can run JT in the flex. But now you have to spend your resources elsewhere.
Those back half mid QBs. So I went JT. So right now I've got Christian McCaffrey, Bijan, and Jonathan Taylor. I would be happy rolling with them. I still think I can fill out a solid roster, or I will be able to trade one of these stud running backs for some pieces later in the season. So that's a strategy, and I'm feeling okay.
Going back with him. He did me great last year. Kyron Williams. I just picked. I hate everything. I hate my entire draft. I feel the same way I did last year. I'm lost, confused. Every time I want to pick somebody, my gut tells me to pick somewhere else. So I've been going with my gut. So first round, Jahmyr Gibbs, then Drake London, then Kyron Williams. I don't feel good about any of that. I don't know why I did that. I was between Kyron Williams, McBride, and Bo Nix. And I had Bo Nix in my hand. I was about to do it, and then I switched it out for Kyron Williams. I had him last year. He was a stud, and I traded him away because I needed to. I feel like I got 2 good running backs. I feel like I'm pretty happy with the 2 running backs now. It's just taking some wide receivers.
And no one paying attention. I'll take Amari and Hampton, baby.
Ew. Ew. All right. With my 3rd round pick, no one gives a fuck. But I had him last year. I'm gonna go with him again. Trey McBride.
I like Clint Kubiak.
Give me JSN. Nick, that was really just for you. No one's like paying attention.
Halfway through the 3rd round here, this is looking very interesting how the draft board is shaping up. You look at the first 6 people, there's so many running backs that they've taken. 4 of them have at least 2. There is 10 running backs between the 6 of them in the first 3 rounds. Meanwhile, the back half of the draft is only taking 2 running backs. So this is going to be very interesting to see if people in the back half of this 3rd round start to try and reach on running backs because so many have gone. I think I'm going to keep going with the best player available.
Roll bike. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Wow. You are going with.
I didn't even really realize that, but McBride here, I'd have McBride ranked ahead of Kyron. But I guess that's it. I guess in the Superflex, it just looks different where, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks have gone, so that's like 302 McBride now.
Players I hate. More so because Kyler is the worst
Adam. He can't separate the dino.
Yeah, Dean said he was going to break the draft.
Break that shit.
A run of running backs go off, so I thought it's not worth reaching on this guy. But I'm going to do it anyways.
Reaching on guy.
This is my guy.
Yes, sir.
No. My guy.
You have a red quarterback in your hand?
Red.
With Bo Nix and Baker Mayfield on the board.
This better be Trevor
7th
Lawrence.
quarterback off the board.
This better be.
Herbert.
Wow.
Justin Herbert.
All right.
Holy
All right.
Let's just stay true to yourself, man.
People were killing JMO for that in the comments, it seems like. I don't know. I guess you could get away with it. It's probably a reach, but it is get your guy season. I don't think you can really go wrong with taking a quarterback there. I will say one of the bigger disagreements I have versus the market is that like Bo Nix and Baker should be like a tier above the rest. For me, the rest, it's just a very flat tier. If you believe in Herbert, why not?
Way to stay true to yourself, J-Mo.
Because I don't think he would have come back to late 5, but we'll see what names go around here, and we can kind of figure that out later.
Damn. Sometimes you just got to take the best player available, Steve.
Give me Bo.
What the hell?
I love being behind Adam and JMO. They just take guys who aren't even on my board. Like, they are just going way down the list, and it's as if I'm picking 2 picks early. It is incredible. So we got T. Higgins, we got Bo Nix. Bo Nix in the back of the 3rd. This guy sometimes goes in like the 2nd round of Superflex drafts. Quarterbacks are falling far. Running backs going way up the board. I'm going to take the value. I think there's going to be a QB run coming. I wouldn't be surprised if we see 7, 8 quarterbacks go off the board by the time I'm on the clock again. So I'm fine taking my QB2 here. We are set at quarterback.
Get your fucking guys.
I mean, you guys know I'm not crazy about Bo Nix, but T. Higgins here was great. I didn't even really register that he was still on the board. I would have him pretty comfortably ahead of Marv, JSN. Yeah, that's a nice first 4 for sexy.
Let's go, Quentin Johnson stack.
So this is the guy I thought about taking over Herbert. Different tier running back. I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker.
You must not have heard.
Pick. That's one of the guys I was hoping to come back before 12.
Herbo with the 311 sneak. Where'd he go? He went back in.
Which obviously was wishful thinking, but he was a group of guys I was hoping for. This is where I'm starting to sweat because you have to remember, and Sexy brings it up here, and it's really good. Of 2 running backs for Joe, 3 for Jack, 2 for Nick, 2 for Nate. So once we get to this part of the board, people are going to start taking quarterbacks and wide receivers. I just need to survive past gut, and then I feel good because the plan here, 2 quarterbacks, a receiver, and then I want to double tap 2 running backs here, or else things could get really dicey. And if 2 running backs don't pull up that I like, then I'm going to start regretting the Mahomes over Bucky Irving selection, I think, is how it goes. Because then I could have just done Bucky, A.J. Brown, and then I take one running back here, and then I just take whatever quarterback I want at 501.
Jack talked me into this one because he says that he blows. Kyler Murray.
Wow.
Okay. The stacky
Yeah, I
blow.
mean, the stacky blow.
Game over. Improved O-line. They addressed him in the draft. And Trent Williams? No. Who'd they get? Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, no, fire. You really tapped in this offseason.
I know. Why? Who's Trent Williams on?
Tunsil went to the Commanders.
Yeah. Terry McLaurin.
No Bill?
Dude, you didn't hear about touchdown regression for Terry?
Whoa. Bryce Young, early.
Stop.
No.
Bryce Bake? No, okay. Dak Prescott.
Wow.
You got
Way to stack him.
I'm ready to wrap this up.
Auto-draft.
Everybody's auto-draft the rest based on Ron's rankings.
All right, I didn't get Bucky. Fuck you, Nate.
Taking Mike.
So I'm taking Mikey. Mike Evans, wide receiver, Tampa Bay. Middle of round 4. I just took Mike Evans, my first wide receiver off the board. This draft has gone weird, y'all. All right, so the Jalen Hurts pick was the last time I talked to you. Things were looking good. Next pick, I might have tilted a little bit. I went Brock Bowers, tight end Brock Bowers. I'm not regretting the pick, but I wish I hadn't done the pick. I'm not regretting it, but I just wish I didn't do it. Mainly because of the way the board is falling. It hasn't gone very tight end heavy. These guys are lower on tight ends, Brock Bowers in general. They're all drafting off the BDG draft guide, bunch of idiots. So I went to Brock Bowers, second round. So I got the Jalen Hurts value. Now I'm trying to make up some value on the skill positions, the flex positions, the running backs, the wide receivers. So in the third round, I went Amarian, Hampton, baby. Biggest cast of this draft class. Let's go. And I'm feeling all right about this team now. It's going to be weird. I'm going to have to rebuild from here. But I got pretty solid value at the quarterback and tight end position. So that's a plus. And now I just really need to focus in on hammering out skill positions and quarterbacks.
You got 1,000 last year. How many games did you miss?
Go pick Joe.
How many games did you miss?
It's green.
Kill solid there.
Justice. I mean, Tyreek.
Stop doing that.
I saw green and was like, oh man, he's going running back. Because at this point, the running backs I was looking at was Kyron, Walker, James Cook, Trevion Henderson. After that, to me, there's a tier break. I'm not a big fan of Breece Hall or Alvin Kamara. RJ Harvey, I don't mind, but at that 4-5 turn would have felt really rich. So those were the two guys I was hoping came back to me to double tap here.
We can't trust it. That's not.
Which dude, doing me dirty with this shot.
Players we know.
Doing me dirty. Look, here's the situation, fellas. I am a literal child. I did not go to formal college. I'm too young for wedding season yet. I don't really have dressy clothes. And again, I was led astray. If I knew I could just pull up in golf gear like Adam or be Jersey Shore fresh like Joe or Gut, I would have done that. I thought people were coming in suits. I thought I was going to be the underdressed one. Instead, no, I look like a goof. And here's the thing. I don't have dress socks. So my, like, what do you want to call them? Wool Nike mid-calves are too thick to wear underneath these dress shoes that I haven't worn since high school. So the only ones that were fitting in the morning of, I'm trying to shut my foot in and won't go. The only way I could do it was with no-show socks. So I'm sitting here looking like an absolute goof all day long. But it is what it is, man. I got some nasty blisters too from like the side of these shoes without having socks there. But the things you do. As a rook, I didn't want to come in looking like a goof, but obviously, we got Texas jersey here. We got some Curious George ass yellow suit here. I don't know. Now I know.
Justice in the field. Tyreek. If you draft Justice Hill, I'll give you 5 facts.
Justice Hill's my late round go-to. All right, Tom.
Joe? Ron?
No.
Say it with
First
me.
Jet. I don't even know what player it is.
Honestly, kind of cool. I wish it was. Now that I did that chant, I wish it wasn't a Jet. I wish it was like a...
I thought immediately he was going to be like, all right, so here's James Cook. Like, fuck your Jets.
Or something, but I'm going Garrett Wilson.
I rode with you. I really thought you were about to be like...
I was like, damn, they really bought it phenomenal right now, but I just went James Cook or something. All right, it's the middle of the 4th round, and I'm so ashamed of myself. I took Garrett Wilson. Look, I don't know. I went into the draft with a list of dudes that, like, under no circumstance I was going to take. And, of course, I ended up taking one of them. Garrett Wilson and the Jets are going to be fucking horrific this year. Justin Fields gives me no fucking confidence.
He literally said earlier, like, didn't he literally say, I'm just going to take my guys. I'm not going to take the falling values and end up with players I don't want on my team. And that's what he does. He takes Garrett Wilson.
I know I'm going to be watching games on Sunday being like, why the fuck did I take a wide receiver tied to Justin Fields? Garrett Wilson's cool. He's a great wide receiver himself, but he doesn't have a quarterback. This draft is already in shambles. I don't know what to do. The lack of quarterbacks being drafted is quite crazy, in my opinion. Baker's still here, Purdy's still here, Williams is still here, and we're getting close to the end of the 4th. So I think on the 5th I have to take a quarterback. Like, I got to stop taking players that I hate and just start taking dudes. God damn it. Why did I say that? Fucking Nick Hook.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking still pretending to not know who I want. I want Mayfield or I want Purdy. I want Purdy at QB8, Mayfield at QB9. They both have fucking injuries everywhere all over the receiving core. I think I like Purdy more. Mayfield was so last year, you know what I mean? He throw touchdowns too. Let's ride together.
I don't know. I've harped about it on the channel, but people in the comments are going crazy that Baker fell this far. I'm just not of the idea that Baker is some like crazy tier ahead of like Dak, Kyler, Bo Nix. I have them all in the same tier. Yes, Baker was amazing. He set career highs in touchdown percentage in terms of touchdown rate, 40 plus touchdowns. He won't do it again. He set career highs in terms of rushing yards per game. He's not going to do that again. He lost Godwin, at least for most of the season this year. He lost his OC and Liam Cohen. he's going to come back down to earth. He's not going to score 20-plus points per game again. He will be in this Dak, Kyler, Knicks area of like a fine QB1. But people were killing this league for letting Baker fall so far. I don't know.
That's right. Let's fucking ride, brother. Let's ride. See you in the championship.
Rockathy. Rock Purdy.
Nate Dog.
Got Kyle Pitts up here.
J-E-T-S.
Cam Ward is about to unlock. Calvin Ridley.
Fuck, in the fourth? God damn.
I guess Joe
That would be double tapping running back. James Cook and Trevion Henderson.
Yeah, I was so thankful that this one receiver, quarterback, receiver. If I don't get Cook and Henderson here, I start to regret things because we do have Baker on the board, right? So if let's say Cook goes, then I have to go Henderson and then probably a receiver I don't really want, maybe like Henderson and I guess I probably would have done like Henderson and Tedero McMillan or something like that, which would have felt really early for one of those guys. I'm trying to think of like who's available. Tyreek. Maybe I would have went like Devontae Adams, but I already know at this 6-7 turn I'm going to like the receivers on the board, and I wanted to get 2 running backs here, just knowing how things go. I don't love that area. Once you get to like Pacheco, Swift, Aaron Jones, there's a lot of receivers on the board I like in that area, so getting these 2 was huge. So this was kind of a gamble of Mahomes, A.J. Brown, betting that we'd get 2 running backs we like here, but it does pay off. We got very lucky, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, because if one of these guys went, I think I would have hated the rest of my draft.
What's that? For a second, I was upset I took Mahomes. Wait, quarterbacks have fallen here. The Mahomes value isn't great, right? Like, I'm sitting here at the 4-5 turn. Baker Mayfield's still on the board. Caleb Williams still on the board. I don't know. There's like still like Drake Mays out there. There's still plenty of quarterbacks I would have been fine taking here, but I gotta be honest, I was sitting there hoping and praying. That the plan wasn't why I went A.J. Brown to 2-3s. I was hoping 4-5 that we could just get 2 running backs. That was Kenneth Walker, Trevor Henderson, James Cook, Kyron Williams. We get 2. I spread up to the podium. We make those 2 picks. Now 2 running backs. We got an anchored in wide receiver 1. We got both our quarterbacks locked up, and now the rest of the draft we can just kind of take shots at wide receiver. Maybe 1 stab at running back, a couple stabs at tight end. And I feel good. Honestly, Mahomes and Lamar kind of betting on them to be so good that I might just mess around and knock out the quarterback. We'll see how it goes. But you check it in. I like a goof today, man. I like a fucking goof. I don't know, dude. People call me an accountant. People call me a substitute teacher. People call me an auditor. Used car salesman.
I mean, can we dock Ron 10 fab for that sticker placement?
The only one who needs to get the only person needs to get docked for stickers today.
That's obviously definitely
all the people wanting to dock.
It's tough, dude. You go in behind the podium to make a pick. I have stickers on each hand, and then like shimmying my way between the podium and the board, I have to then like put both on perfectly. I'm sorry. All right, it just did not work out.
That is criminal. That fixed that shit.
No, I don't think that's how that
Unless you can come up with a good reason, like, yo, Trey Lance going sideways this year.
I don't think that's how that piece works.
Hey.
Of all the people to be mad about sticker placement is crazy.
Ben Johnson's about to unlock Caleb Williams.
Nice.
All right, let's start round 5, and I am actually feeling very, very good. The board is falling to me. I'm getting guys where I value them. Might have reached a little bit for Calvin Ridley on that last turn. Jack's trying to get in my head a little bit. He's an idiot. Ridley's going to be unlocked by Cam Ward. And then I got Caleb in the 5th round. I got my quarterbacks, got my running backs, and I'm going to work on my receiver. But loving this draft compared to last year. I feel a lot more confident. Things are coming.
Can I just ask you something real quick? Like, you knew you were getting Caleb, right? Did you consider like DJ Moore there?
Wow. I like Ridley more than Moore.
So like, how does Caleb Williams get unlocked and his wide receiver 1 doesn't ball out? No, I'm genuinely curious. Your thought process.
I do. Jack is kind of onto something with that. If you're going to take Caleb Williams over Baker Mayfield, you probably got to go DJ Moore over Ridley. But I don't know. Maybe he's a Rome believer. He thought maybe Rome Odunze would come back.
Sorry, Shane. This is the first player I picked off the BG rankings and jumped. Come on.
Wow. That hurts.
No. Sorry. How'd you let that happen?
Old man still got it.
I will say, this is probably where it starts to get egregious over Baker Mayfield. I think Purdy, Dak, Kyler, Knicks all in the same tier with Baker, but I would agree with the comments that Baker over Caleb and Lawrence pretty handedly.
Fuck! Yo, this motherfucker's taking all my picks. Only 1 sticker because Ray was not on the sheets. They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling, they gonna see me riding dirty. Can we just talk about the character in my wide receiver room?
Sorry, Roger. I mean, you have the most outstanding running back out there, though. Baker Mayfield. Nice.
Joe is running the rock. Joe does not want to win the league. He just doesn't want to be last. He's got the Jets defense of 2023.
Coleman's like a master of the screen game.
Yeah, Joe for going last place, he was just like, he's just trying to get on base, but these are all solid. I mean, he's got 2 running backs, London anchored in, Kittle, Baker at 506. That's great value.
I think they're going to use him a lot.
All right, Cavs of Destiny will do what Tony was not strong enough to do. Oh.
Ew.
Brees Hall pass, baby.
Go.
Yo, you are drafting the worst fucking fantasy team of all time. What is that? That's because another player fell
I'm going to just take a stack here again and go see the
Wow. Here we go. Big dogs
This is
up.
a really fun start through 5 for Gut. Lamb, Nico, McBride, Dak, Stroud. So strong at receiver, strong at tight end, strong at quarterback.
Disaster.
Punting off running back here, but you guys know I won't shy away from a fun 0 RB build from time to time.
He just had to return to text to his girlfriend. He's not a good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Casey kept hitting like a pump fake where he'd be like, all right, I'm going to get a guy, and then he'll get up, he'll go to the stickers, and he'll come back and be like, no.
Boo this man.
Like I feel like
Right now.
3, 2, 1.
And he didn't have a belt for this suit, so I was dying laughing because he would have to like hike up these pants every time he'd walk back.
I'm allowed to jump you, so I need you to. Okay, all right.
Wait, one bit.
All right, so you got it? Who got it? All right.
Let me go with. I don't like it.
I'm going Jared Goff.
Yeah. No Ben Johnson, no rushing upside. Just fucking ducks and ducks.
The Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith.
I love that.
It's your boy.
It's the Drake
your
meme.
boy.
Every time. It's the Drake meme.
No?
I don't think. I need a balanced team, 2 wide receivers, a QB. I'm a second running back. James Conner.
Nice. Fuck that.
Damn, Sexy's gonna get it. He's gonna go double running back here. He goes Kamara too, but
Or Mims.
Go ahead. All right,
Did
Did it just die? No, I turned off his.
Fuck, that was so much better.
He took Xavier Worth. Go ahead, take him.
Alvin Kamara and Xavier Worthy. All right, we got Kamara and Worthy. I'm not super excited about it. I don't like drafting a really old running back, but I needed somebody in the running back position. Kamara, full PPR. That's a good floor right
Kamara
there.
at this point in the draft was fine. I will say, as somebody who had Mahomes, I was so mad at this Worthy pick. I thought it was almost set in stone that I would come back to the other turn with Mahomes and Lamar, and I could get Zay Flowers, Xavier Worthy, or Rashee Rice. Of course, Jack takes Rashee Rice, but with Knicks, I don't know how you don't set up Courtland Sutton here. Especially the BDG guys love Sutton, but I think it's actually kind
and Worthy, I was really decided between Worthy and Sutton. I wanted to take both of them, but I just couldn't go 4 wide receivers, no running backs. It was too risky. I decided to go Worthy, even though I could have had Stack with Knicks and Sutton. Worthy I think he has so much upside. Dominant down the stretch last year. Rice, I can see him, like he's probably gonna get suspended. I'd be surprised if he wasn't suspended. So once he's out of there, Worthy is gonna be a monster. I'm okay with the picks. I'm not super excited about it though.
Just another my guy, Jordan Love.
sucks, man. With Lamar and Mahomes, Worthy and Rice both going before my next pick was a bummer.
Fuck.
All right, per source, this player has upside this season. Roma Dunze.
Fudge. Who's your source? That's fucking nuts.
I'm currently beefing, but the BDG guy.
This guy single-handedly provided me one of the best nights of my entire life, so I'm gonna put my faith into him. Justin Fields.
Yeah, Adam just going with the get your guy season. I don't think I'd go Dunze here. I mean, that's a Dunze over Tet. That's a Dunze over Egbuka, Travis Hunter, Flowers, Jamison Williams. It's putting your nuts on the table. I mean, sometimes it's get your guy season, but
way better. I think he's having a hard time taking Chuba here. He doesn't like Chuba here.
Yeah.
He's a fan, and he has to take him
But it is
away from the shin.
Yeah.
That's a good value here, though.
Please.
That's all match values.
Would he go Pickens? Or
Oh, that's the other thing that put him in a blender, Chuba versus Pickens.
Right.
Stuff for him, yeah.
Out of toilet paper on draft day. It's an absolute calamity. Do we have any other roles anywhere?
Casey's
Chuba
wild,
Hubbard.
dude. Look, here's the thing. I'm a guy myself, so I understand that cleanliness is not our first option. Like, the bathroom in the office is fine, but I'm not taking a shit. Like, that, something would have to go horribly wrong for me to take a shit in the bathroom office, is what I'll say. Something would have to be horribly wrong. So, Casey's just a menace.
Chuba Hubbard.
I actually don't like Chuba this year, so I'm not going Chuba. I'm going to go with Tony Pollard.
Ooh.
Sharp.
See, I gotta be honest. I think Guts' team is fine, and Guts my guy, so I don't want to shit on his team. But you guys know I'm a 0 RB guy. I think once you don't go running back through 5 rounds, like the whole concept of 0 RB is kind of a game of chicken, and it feels uncomfortable. And you're gonna want to take a detour for Tony Pollard here in round 6. But I think Pickens here would have been so sweet. Pickens, double stack to Dak, Nico to Stroud, 3 receivers strong. And then we'll see who he takes in round 7 that I think would have been really fun. Receivers through the flex. And then from there, just like having a very solidified, strong receiver core, strong receiver in the flex spot, and then care about running back later. But I understand wanting to kind of stay a little more balanced. But I do think in a 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, super flex league like this, if there was ever a time to lean hard into 0 RB, I think it was here. And going Pickens over Pollard would have been really, really sweet.
Love TP. Need to like some TP right now, that's for sure.
The Cavs of Destiny are taking probably the smallest calves they could find. Jamison Williams.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Little baby chicken calves, but that's okay.
A lot of people have him as a massive breakout this year.
Second wide receiver.
Courtland Sutton, motherfucker.
Drake Mack.
Dude, now see, that's how
I got him 6'7".
See the difference? That's how you go no quarterback. 0 quarterback strat, get Drake Mays.
Zero quarterback. QB5 is 0 quarterback.
Oh, that's what
Yeah, round 6 Drake May is really nice.
I'm saying. Now it isn't.
All right, Ben Johnson, let's see what you can do. Give me DJ Moore.
Hey.
Love that.
Oh,
Love
bet.
that. Let's just say if I were drafting, I would first put a Kenny Pickett sticker on top.
I know what he means now.
My wide receiver 2, Georgie Picklestains.
Pickle Stains.
Dude.
All right, now crash out.
Let's go, gut.
Pickens and Nick is back. The last time I saw Pickens and Nick together, Nick told me and everyone else he wanted to jump out the window. I want to kill him.
Let's go, Big Nine. Let's go, Big Nine. All I mean is a kiss.
Thought about putting Jalen over him to be a funny guy, but I'm just going to put up technical.
Nice.
That wouldn't work. Yeah.
High upside. That one definitely.
Go, Ronald Stain.
I want to Pickens and Ted. I'll just be real with everybody.
Oh, Ron's. Okay, I know
Yeah, I
Ron.
say it there, but I wanted Tet and Pickens at that turn. I would have been ecstatic about it.
I know who Ron's taking. At least one of them. He's going to take Hunter with one of them.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great call.
You think he goes Zay? Or you don't care?
He's been talking every time I watch anything content. He's been just actually the one thing with him in there. Yeah, he's going crazy. I was on the same page.
Let's go, Ronald McDonald.
Don't let us down here. I know
2
exactly what
yellows.
happened. Oh, 2
I came
yellows.
into this office 3 months ago, and I talked up Travis Hunter, and then we're going Zay Flowers as well.
Nick, it's a good.
Oh, you're giving Zay the spot.
Better in leadership in the locker room.
And sorry, that
Tough placement. Tough placement with the Hunter sticker. But again, man, you gotta let it go. Yeah, we wanted Tet and Pickens at this turn, but I think Hunter Flowers is fine. You guys know I love Travis Hunter, fun upside swing, and then we stack Flowers to Lamar. Knowing that Worthy and Rashee Rice were gone, I felt like it made sense to stack one of these quarterbacks up. So we go Flowers. I love Flowers. I know some people out there, they don't like him. They say, oh, he's like a high floor, low ceiling guy. I don't see it that way, but
Turn was at which rounds?
6 and 7 simultaneously. This time lapse and just every time I'm like, we're done. I'm gonna stop it right now.
And then Gut was pulling me over to because he's driving the 0 RB build, trying to decide what he's doing. And then also he asked me like what we think Egbuka here, and I was fine helping him out with Egbuka or like kind of whispering like, yeah, like go for it, because I knew Egbuka wasn't gonna make it back to me. Like after I took Hunter, he wasn't making it past Nick in the late 7th. It just wasn't gonna happen.
This guy can take some shots
8th.
and keep him forward.
Yeah.
Ricky Pearsall. We're in the 7th round, still feeling pretty good. Tony absolutely dogged me taking DJ Moore for his 4th wide receiver. I had the stack right there. Caleb was going to throw it in Jack's dumb face because he said I should have taken him in the 5th. Tony, I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's playing his trade bullshit games again this year, but we get Tet high upside, we get Ricky P high upside, so not feeling super great about my wide receivers.
Seems not bad. I mean, it's built well. You take the 2 running backs up here, and then you take your 2 quarterbacks. And now you just start to fill out receiver. I think I would actually feel better about this if you swapped Ridley with McMillan. I think I would actually feel better about how this went. But yeah, I kind of agree with Jack that Caleb over Baker is kind of hanging your nuts, and you probably want one of his receivers. Of course, Odunze doesn't come back to him, but
the same thing as last year, but feel much stronger, feel better everywhere else. So we're hunting for upside with wide receivers. I'd rather shoot for upside with wide receiver, reach for somebody late than a quarterback or running back, like some of these dudes are doing. So still feeling good. Just wish Tony hadn't done that, but we keep trucking.
This is where it all goes downhill. As soon as you got to convince yourself that you're taking him for the right fucking value, you know you made the worst pick of all time.
Value town.
I'm gonna take Chuba. I mean, you can't fall that much further. I was getting worried. No matter.
See, I understand, but like also taking Chase early means like you're trying to commit to the idea of like the 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, and now we're through 7, and you only got 2 receivers. Of course, you're anchored in with Chase, but with these 2 running backs up here, I think if you're going to take Jacobs here and pass on Ladd, then I think this has to be Egbuka or just like whoever your highest ranked receiver is, because there's still plenty of good ones on the board, right? There's Egbuka, there's Matthew Golden. I'm trying to think. It's tough without like the available.
It's not going to be the worst Chuba transaction in the league. That's for sure.
Sexy. Who's as you're making picks for everybody?
You guys also know I'm not a big Hubbard guy, so I have all those receivers ahead of him.
Whose team's your favorite right now?
You like Casey's team?
Casey's team is probably bottom half. I like the BJ pick. I like the Jason pick, but fade Jets no matter what.
They actually aren't bad when they're like a 1 p.m. trap game. They like they like getting involved. They like getting 6 or 7 minutes. They just can't handle it when they're talking count. Who's the wide receiver 2 on the Jets?
Garrett Wilson.
Who's wide receiver 1?
Garrett Wilson.
I feel like I end up with this dude every year. David Montgomery.
Oh my god. Nick did me so dirty taking Chuba Hubbard at the 703. That was kind of the only dude that I really wanted just to fill out my squad.
Yeah, Hubbard would have been really nice for Tony, I will say. Yeah. That is unfortunate how that played out.
Because I had Henry at the RB1.
Waiting on QB2 heavy here, too.
I had a wide receiver 1, 2, 3, and a flex. If I could have had Chuba Hubbard right there, I would have been so ecstatic and loved my team. Ended up going with David Montgomery, who I'm okay with. He does feel like a tier below Chuba Hubbard, though, so it's a little unfortunate.
I think in this spot you're forcing running back just because you were set on Hubbard. I probably would have gone either another receiver or pivoted to quarterback.
I still like David Montgomery. He feels really safe. I guess I'm okay with him as my running back too, considering that our wide receivers feel pretty good and I have Jaden Daniels too. But
I know it's 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, so you're filled through the flex. We got to remember, like one of these guys might get banged up. There's bye weeks. You guys know. I say it on the channel all the time. Wide receiver through the flex plus 1 or 2 by round 10, and super flex I'd say like by round 12. So I don't know if Montgomery's who you're looking at. I don't know. We'll see.
Man, I would have been so hyped for Chuba Hubbard right there. Whatever. Move on. It's gonna be interesting to see what quarterbacks are gonna be there in the back of the 8th round. But I need a second quarterback, so we'll see.
You gotta make a pick, brother.
I know. I'm just thinking.
Just take Waddle and be done with it. Take Miami.
Dude, with asterisk strategy.
I think Montgomery is tough there, but
we got both fucking
Waddle too.
Wait, hold on. Did I just pick the cone of the year?
I still believe in Rodgers. Metcalf.
What do
you take? Yeah.
All right, I'm about 6 or 7 picks away from my 7th round pick, and I have 3 guys that I'm eyeing right now: RJ Harvey, TJ Hawkinson, and Emeka Egbuka. I really would love to get 2 of those guys, but even just 1 would be great value at the end of the 7th.
All right, boys, the Cavs of Destiny take RJ Harvey. 7. We're almost through round 7 here. I know I said last time we're gonna right the ship, and I think we fucking did it. I think we did it, boys. I think we righted the ship. Maybe not. It's actually pretty question. There's been 3 rounds since then. 3 picks I've made since that point in time. I took Breece Hall. I know. Listen, just wait. Breece Hall, Jameson Williams, and RJ Harvey. Snipe the fuck out of gut on RJ Harvey.
What happened, Gut? I wanted RJ Harvey. I thought there was no chance he does. But now I have options. I'm thinking about reaching, but I don't know if I want to. I like Tracy a lot. I need one back. But it's also a 3 wide receiver. I feel the first time I've ever seen shambles. No, yeah. I don't know if it's shut like that, but when push comes to shove, I guess I gotta take it to my guy. Going with my guy here. Since I got sniped, I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna go with Mecca.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Like, imagine this start where it's Lamb, Nico, McBride, Dak, Stroud, Pickens, Egbuka. So now 3 wide receivers through the flex, sick quarterback, sick tight end, and then from here you can take like 1 more stab at receiver before the end of the draft, but everything else can just be straight running back. It's uncomfortable. it's a scary way to play, but especially in a 6-bench league where there's going to be good running backs on the waiver wire here and there, I think it would have been viable, but I get wanting to lean into Pollard there.
Good pick.
Got sniped on DK Metcalf right before RJ Harvey, but sniped gut, and that felt pretty good. This is a little bit of a weird squad. This isn't conventional. This isn't a conventional.
I don't love only 2 receivers through round 7. I mean, this is just going to be me talking through teams of like, I want more receivers in a 3 wide receiver 1 flex league, but as long as like he doesn't overdo it at running back. So now you have 3 through 7. He could not take a running back the rest of the way and be fine.
Super flex powerhouse that I was expecting, but it is a powerhouse nonetheless. My running backs are something. Martin Hampton, Brees Hall, and RJ Harvey. That's either going to turn out super well for me this year or it is not.
If Jack's out on him, that means I'm in on him. Give me Sam Laporta.
Yeah, why are you being quiet?
I assumed I got sniped when the orange sticker came off, but TJ Hockenstein.
Sorry. Last year, in the 7th round, I took my wide receiver 3, and it was a Packers wide receiver, and I'm running back.
Wow.
The golden kid.
Good choice.
Golden.
I love that pick, Jack. I'm not going to lie, I love that pick. Especially with the love stack.
Yeah, no, that was never seen.
All right, I'm taking Pacheco and Tracy.
Hate what just happened. Absolutely hate it. All of my guys went Harvey and then Hawkinson. I wanted Golden too. JMO took him 1 pick before. It's like I have 4 guys who I've locked in on. Luckily, I did get Pacheco, which I kind of like. I think he's going to be back to the #1 guy in Kansas City. Tracy, I like Tracy, but I would have rather taken one of these couple guys one right before. Would have liked my team a lot better. It's not horrible. I now like my running back room. We don't have any of those elite talents, but we got 3 guys who are going to be pretty dominant within the room.
All right, like I said, balance. 3 running backs, 3 receivers, 2 QBs. DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, that's a banger. That's a banger.
Swift is the guy. I love Swift this year. And I just took Matthew Golden and DeAndre Swift to be my wide receiver 3 and running back 3. Right now, through the draft, I have the most balanced team as far as like even out position numbers. I have 3 wide receivers, 3 running backs, 2 QBs. That's extremely even. I don't have a tight end, but a lot of other teams are like 4 wide receivers, 4 running backs. Me, symmetry. I feel good about both these guys being my 3rd option. I don't love Swift, the player, but that has not mattered throughout his entire career. Detroit, fantasy relevant. Philly, 1,000-yard rusher, fantasy relevant. Last year, Chicago, not very good, fantasy relevant. And now that he's with Ben Johnson, look, I don't think he's a great running back, but the Bears didn't really address bringing in other RBs this offseason. Ben Johnson's worked with him before, and again, he's just my RB3, my flex spot for now. I like him to Matthew Golden, take the Packers wide receiver 1, 1st round wide receiver, stacking with Jordan Love. One thing I didn't talk about that I should have pretty early on is I took Justin Herbert in the 3rd round. I think I might have been able to get him when I had another pick in the 5th on the way back, so I could have taken him not the 3rd or 4th turn, but on the 5th. He might have still been there, but he's my guy, and I believe in him. And to be honest, looking at the entire picks, the entire board between Herbert and my 5th round pick, there's not a single other guy I would have wanted over him, besides maybe Trevor Lawrence. I thought about going T-Law and then trying to get Herbert in round 5, but didn't work out. Still feel good about my QBs. My entire team is guys I like. The running back room, I feel like it's fragile. Like Kenneth has had injury history, James is older and has injury history, and Swift I don't believe is that great. But situationally, they're all in good spots. My wide receivers I like, my QBs I love. Feel good. Feel really good.
I knew JMO was going to take my heart right there. So we're going to make.
I am curious. He said, does he think that Herbert would have came back to 5'11"? To be honest, looking at the board, I think he would have. I think so. I think you could have gone Herbert, Love here, and even not, you still have Drake May coming back. So you could have swapped out Herbert here for whoever you wanted, whether that was T. Higgins or, yeah, I probably would have been like T. Higgins. If not that, then I probably would have gone James Cook or Henderson, Kittle as well. And then instead of Connor, you could just double tap quarterback here. But it's easier said than done in hindsight. Every Superflex league is its own
terrible decision. Last year, I took a quarterback tight end stack here, and it worked out terribly. So we're doing it again.
And I think McCarthy is actually great value here for Adam. Like I have McCarthy in the same tier as like Jordan Love, Fields, Goff as like, I don't know, a fine QB2.
TJ Hockenson pairing with JJ McCarthy.
Dub.
Yeah, you need help, brother.
It all depends on him. I think he's going running back. Running back. If he goes Aaron Jones, I'm going to Crosby Merritt, Bill. If he doesn't go Jones.
Oh, you picked somebody yet? Oh, I thought you went back.
Fumbling himself. This is everything. Like when I come in here, I know exactly I have 2 guys in mind, or sometimes one guy that I don't think they're going to pick. And last time, I'm happy with that. I just need to hand out this flex running back position. This is not what you're slap it.
You up today?
Where you going?
Aaron Jones, man.
Why, is that who you wanted?
Yes.
I didn't want him, so I'm sorry I have to do this to you. It's not what I wanted. I wanted fucking Pacheco or fucking.
Literally, like this could not. Like you could script this a back to back. Like I literally come say to the camera who I'm picking, and then just gets taken. We're going.
He's got an RB.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah. You should say it even quieter.
Things have not really gone my way. I liked my next 2 picks with JSN and McLaurin, but then things started going downhill. I really wanted T-Law to get BTJ, but it seems like that wasn't going to happen where he got drafted and then the quarterbacks got taken before my next pick, but that hurt. I didn't feel strongly about Goff, but like he has high floor, low ceiling. So then on the comeback, I took Fields, who's high ceiling, low floor. They could be atrocious, or like he's just a running back and he gets me a ton of points in the red zone. So I don't know. And then the next 2 rounds were an absolute calamity. I'm fine with quarterbacks, don't love them, but I'm fine with it. The next 2 rounds is where I went wrong. I had the 7-0-9. And I knew I wanted Laporta to stack with Goff to get my tight end, but I also needed my second running back, and I liked Pacheco and Swift. I was fine with either or, completely fine either or, and I thought one of
like a fine start through 8 for Casey. It's not like the greatest team of all time. I don't love the quarterbacks, but I don't know. It's built fine.
the 2 would get back to me. So if I only wanted one of Laporta, I didn't want Hawk. If I only wanted that tight end, I was gonna go with that tight end and then hope that Pacheco or Swift would come back to me. And of course, 3 running backs were taken for 2 of them were Pacheco and Swift, and I got left with Aaron Jones.
Second time, at least I'm taking run for Second time, but we're gonna go with the hyped up Billy Baby here. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Wow.
Yo, shout out this draft board for having him on sticky.
Yo, shout out this draft board for Gut just loving the summer risers.
Bill.
We're about 7 rounds deep right now, 8 rounds deep right now. Got my pick stolen twice, back to back. I want to wait to get recorded and have it in back-to-back fashion. Joke on camera. We wanted to take RJ Harvey first. Got picked right before. We wanted to pick.
See, like now you have receiver. You don't have receiver through the flex. Like, I think it's fine. Of course, I don't want to pick this apart. But in terms of like executing like a very well zero RB, or a very soundly executed zero RB, you would want receiver through the flex at this point. So now like your flex is weak. Like the idea of zero RB is your receivers are strong, your flex is strong, your quarterback and tight end, you're punting off running back. You kind of meet it in the middle. Now your flex is just somebody you're taking in round 9. So now you're like weaker at RB2 and flex, and it's still not super clear. So I think that would have been more for like Pickens here would have been so sick.
Aaron Jones. That's pick for. Aaron Jones, it's fine. A Kevin O'Connell offense, but I don't feel strongly about that offense with JJ leading it.
I think especially in a 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, full PPR, you kind of have to just treat the flex spot as an extra receiver spot. Is how I view it. Like you don't want to be flexing a guy like relying on like Bill Krosky Merritt as your flex.
So maybe like in the red zone, they'll want Aaron Jones. I don't fucking know. I fucking blew that. I should have just taken Pacheco, and then LaCour probably would have been there for me anyways. But I don't even feel that strongly.
Unless you do the jack route. Like if your running back is that good, where it's JT in the flex, of course. But once you start to get to like these mid running back guys, I'm thinking through wide receiver at flex almost every time. They out-project those running backs unless there's an injury in that backfield.
About Laporta, I just wanted to stack with Goff. I should have gone with one of the running backs and then dealt with tight ends later because I still think Andrews is value in that Ravens offense. I'm really upset with the way I went about those 2 picks, but overall, I like the team. I just don't love it.
You know what these things happen in fantasy football? So we just adjust the guys that are on the back burner, right? I pick a risky pick in Bill. Do I believe him to be my RB2? No, we're probably gonna take some flyers at the end. See if we can get some stability here. Take some more guys, some guys I know we're gonna play week 1. I think he's still worth a shot, though. Definitely rising on draft boards. Obviously, we've heard all the camp buzz around 1% from Dawson Eckler. They just traded B-Rob, so I feel better about it. And getting a Mecca, I'm never going to complain about that. Obviously, still wide receiver, rookie, another rookie guy. Taking back rookies I don't love, but we'll take our shot on those guys and feel good about it going into our next round here. So the approach right now, we have our wide receivers, we have our running backs, we have our tight end, we have our 2 quarterbacks. We have everyone we need. Let's go for everything from here on out. I don't care how many players I get at what position. I'm just going best player available or my guy. If it's best player available, objectively in a tier gap, 100%, and then from there on, it's just my guy.
I'm not joking around. I'm taking Bryce Young, quarterback.
All right, Big Joe.
Go, Jose. You
gonna try and fuck me?
Am I gonna fuck you? Take Michael Penix.
Move to Miami. Fins up.
Yeah, I mean, you had to there.
Congratulations, big man, on the big marriage. I'm going Travis Kelce.
Case, if you admit my team's better than yours, I'll swap with you straight up. Swap.
Oh no, I do like the Dolphins stack a lot.
So if you like the Dolphins stack, I have to let her swap.
I love it my first 4 picks.
Stacking up picks that we absolutely fucking hate at this point.
Risky.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, at this point I was looking for Olave because we only got 3 receivers. I'm looking to potentially double tap receivers at this 8-9 spot. Olave was one of the guys I was eyeing up just with the way things have fallen.
Fire, Kellen Moore.
I just got my 3rd wide receiver, which I hate. I really thought I was going to be a lot more wide receiver heavy, but Chuba falling to 7 feels like I threw a little bit of wrench in there. I will say, oh God, I just took Olave. I guess at 8-10, like, could be worse, right? 8-10? Olave's a 1,000-yard receiver guy. That's going to kill me watching the Saints this summer. Look at my team. I actually don't hate it at all. I'm going to need a little bit more wide receiver depth. I think I timed the runs well. So basically, I came in here first and I said, I'm going to take Chase because I don't think quarterbacks are going to off the board for a while, which was the case, right? I said those first 5 will go. Mahomes went all the way to 212. Another QB didn't go till 311. So they would get Brock and Trevor Lawrence at the 4-5 turn there. I have Baker ranked. Actually, I have Baker and someone else ranked higher than T-Law. I don't know what I was like. I don't care. I was panicking. I was panicking on the fucking clock. I just like what I've seen from the Cohen and the Jags offense over the last 2 weeks. Pickens fell me at 6'10. Was really hoping that I was able to get Travis Hunter on the way back so I could stack, or Zay Flowers as my wide receiver 3, but Ron being big Ronald Senior over there, so I should have known. Like, I've done content with Ron where he's talking about Travis Hunter. He oozed about Travis Hunter, knew I was going to stack with T-Law, so that hurts a little bit. To get Chuba, so he's like my first flex player. I feel like Chuba in the flex is not terrible. Chris Olave is actually going to fucking... That one I don't feel great about after watching Tyler Shock and Spencer Rattler play this preseason.
Ooze is crazy. That's crazy work.
Starting to hate the draft. Need some stability wide out. Joey Myers.
What about that stable? You hear actually the least stable because he's going to find his new home. That is the I think he knew we requested the trade. It's okay to mention it now.
For sure. Yeah. Things have taken a turn. We are in a dead spot in the draft, and my wide receivers might be in shambles. Feeling pretty good until we hit the Ricky Pearsall pick, which I still think he has some upside. But coming back down the stretch, I'm thinking, okay, let me get some stability. Just somebody that can hold the spot if we need him. So I'm thinking, all right, Jacoby Myers, like he's wide receiver 1, he's going to get his volume. He can be that stable force, high floor, even if he's not going to be a league winner. Turns out he requested a trade yesterday, which I didn't realize. So not really sure what's going on there.
Double yellow. Judy and Addison. Oh, good pick with Jerry Judy and Addison. Yeah, Ron's doing something here. 2 really good picks. Was really hoping for Tet and Pickens. We get sniped there, but we end up with Travis Hunter, Zay Flowers stacks Lamar Jackson, which is fun. And on the way back, I strongly debated if I was going to go Andrews or Kelce at the 7-8 turn, but this room is so wide receiver hungry, and it's a 3 wide receiver 1 flex, full PPR.
That was the big debate for me was AJ Brown, Hunter, Flowers. So then I was going to get a receiver through the flex. You guys know, 3 wide receiver 1 flex, you need to have depth. These guys are going to tweak hamstrings. Hunter's a rookie. We got, week 9 bye, week 9 bye, week 8 bye, week 8 bye. When bye weeks happen and the chaos of the season happens, you're going to have to start 3 wide receivers and then also somebody in the flex in this format. So I thought on the way back at the 10-12, wide receiver probably falls off a cliff when we're looking at guys like Darnell Mooney. And at that point, I'm just not that interested in those receivers. So we lock in receiver through the flex +1 to feel good about, and then hope that a tight end comes back that we like.
Our wide receiver 1 is AJ Brown. Just felt like let's hammer some more. Judy's kind of an ugly pick, but we have enough upside swings with guys like Travis Hunter, Trayvon Henderson, so we're fine just getting on base with Judy. And then Addison kind of upside swing as well. I think we're decent to the flex to wait it out until Addison's back from suspension, but I'm stoked with the team so far. Don't feel pressure to get a 3rd quarterback with Mahomes and Lamar. Really what's going to come down to is how many tight ends fall between now, our 9th round pick. We'll see if waiting on tight end pays off here. I think we'll like the tight end better than the wide receiver, so that's where I'm at.
Not saying ship this time. I'm back around to take Javonte Williams just because I think he's going to get opportunity and maybe he can turn things around. I was just looking for potential RB1 on his team at this point, but I don't know if it's just the quality of the guys that were taken, but these last few picks, I've not felt like I got my guy. I felt like they weren't necessarily panic picks, but I don't feel great about them. Still feel great about the top of the draft, and there's still some gems to be had there, but now we're kind of into the point where it's like, who can I get that just is going to get some looks and it's not just pure upside risk. We'll see if the floor pays off, but not feeling great. This is all Tony's fault. Ever since he took DJ Moore as his fourth wide receiver instead of letting him follow me for the sack, I have felt terrible. But still doing better than last year, still feel good about the top of the draft. We have some work to do.
Marcus.
Oh, you took it?
Andrews.
Okay. I
just want to fill my starting lineup on Sleeper. Makes me feel better.
That's what I have ranked.
The future, Cam Ward.
I knew there was no way that Andrews was coming back, so it is what it is. That was the decision point, was Judy Addison or Judy Mark Andrews, to be honest. And Judy's not a sexy pick, but he's like a high floor receiver, and I think that's fine with the way that this room is constructed.
You don't like Debo? Why not? Because a lot of people just like tweeted that he was fat.
He was also terrible last year. Thoughts?
I bet.
New team. Cooper Cup, 9th round. I just made my 9th round pick. Since the last time I talked to you guys, it's Jameer Gibbs, Drake London, Kyron Williams, George Kittle, Baker, Portland Sutton, DK Metcalf, Michael Penix. And I just took Cooper Cup. Why? Well, I was going to take Debo, and Jack just took him to pick before me, so then I took Cooper Cup. I felt better throughout the draft. I did have a plan. I was like, I do want Portland Sutton, and he fell to me. Not really sure if it's a fall. I got him in the sixth round, so I don't really know if that's considered a fall, but I got him in the 6th. And then I was like, you know what? Hopefully I can get DK Metcalf, because I don't know who else is on their fucking team and who else Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to. Got him too. And then I was like, hopefully I can get Michael Penix, just because I like the Michael Penix Drake London stack. Fell to me too. I kind of feel good that I got 3 guys that I was looking at, and I didn't have to like pivot from it. So in my heart of hearts, I feel good about that. Yeah, so far, I feel better than I do last year. That's for sure. I started off not sure how I was going to feel. Compared to last year, I feel miles better than what I was at this point of last year. But we all know how this works out. After week 1, I'm going to be sitting there going, why the fuck did I pick half these people I did? But 9 rounds in, I don't really know. Like at this point, I'm kind of just like fucking picking whoever for whoever. But a couple guys I feel like I still snag, you know? I feel pretty good. Do I have the winning team? Don't think so. Do I have not the last place team though. That's the biggest thing. I do not believe I have the last place team. So that is a big W.
Round 9 pick. Choosing the only NFL player I've legitimately beaten in a sit-up competition. Spawn Diggs.
You know what? Could you beat him in?
Sit-up competition.
Okay.
It was legitimate. I didn't cheat.
Things that we don't believe.
Josh Downs.
It's me on the mic now.
We don't like that one?
No, that's a good pick.
I thought so.
That's a great pick, man. J.K. Dobbins.
First handcuff, I think.
Oh boy.
Jordan Mason.
That's not. That's not one. I think Jordan Mason's just like actually bad. He's just like actually a bad football player.
Tyler Ward, on me.
Good picks.
I am extremely happy that Tyler Warren falls to me here. End of the 9th round. I thought he'd go a little earlier. Last year, I fucked up. I was looking up hours. I was like, nah, rookie tight end. Don't want to do it. And let Daniel take him instead. That was probably my biggest mistake of the draft. I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm taking that rookie tight end. He's going to be very involved in this offense. Daniel Jones doesn't throw it deep. Going to find Tyler Warren a lot. I like him as my tight end 1. Take it.
All right. Talk about balance. So 3 Packers, Tucker Craft.
Wow.
There we go. Was he a Gator?
No, he's not a Gator. I've been waiting on you. Chris Godwin. I'm not down with Jordan Mason.
Via sources, he's going to be ready for week 1. Khalil Shakir.
My RB2 of this class, and I think he's in a great spot, great situation now with no running back in front of him. I'm going Dylan Sampson.
Wow, great pick.
Jaden Reed.
Good pick.
God damn it.
Jalen Warren.
Evan Ingram.
Don't do this to me, Tony.
Nice little flex with benefits. Zach Charbonnet.
Go. This one goes out to Joe, who in week 3 of last year dropped a 50 cheeseburger on his fucking head. Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, I was saying that was the pick. Like I told Nick, I was like, you know what you need to do. I was debating like if Jennings came back to us, I would have taken him. But I knew with Purdy and the way that Nick's wide receivers were looking, that Jennings just made too much sense there.
On Jennings.
Great fucking pick.
David Njoku.
For sure. That should be big. Dylan Gabriel to Njoku's going to go crazy. No one can hear you. You don't have a mic.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Jack.
Do you think
Joe Flacco's going to be slinging it.
Do you think he's going to finish the season?
Probably not, but Njoku will.
That's why I said Dylan Gabriel to Njoku will be 5.
It's going to be a movie.
Okay. Then we're on the same page.
Colson Loveland, as everybody know. Let's see, 2 for 2. Can I go 2? Yes. ETN.
Back Cleveland, Cedric Tillman.
That sticker placement
Nice.
is brutal. I don't even like ETN, but I think at this point, like we're taking like Dylan Sampson over ETN. I have him in the same tier of guys that were going. Like I have ETN in the same tier as I have him ahead of Javonte, who goes here. I have him in the same tier as Bill, Tyrone Tracy, Jordan Mason, J.K. Dobbins. So we get him all the way here as really our RB3 and kind of like backup running back. We have receivers through the flex plus 1 now. We have a running back off the bench. And then Colston Loveland at tight end 1 was really nice. Because I think after Kraft, Ingram, and Njoku, Loveland was the only guy. So if somebody took Loveland before then I would be in trouble. So again, I got very lucky at the turn just getting guys to fall to me that I like.
Surprisingly good, Geno Smith.
Michael Pittman Jr.
Keon Coleman.
Houston Texans wide receiver Jaden Higgins.
But that was the 2v2 for me as well that I wanted to talk about. Was I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know which side you would prefer. Would you prefer Judy Mark Andrews? So I think it would be Judy Andrews Michael Pittman. This is what it is. Would you prefer Addison Loveland or Andrews Pittman? That was the 2 decision points for me. I think it's pretty close. Mark Andrews would be stacked to Lamar, but we already had the Zay Flowers stack. So I don't know. That's the decision. It's Addison Loveland or it is Andrews Michael Pittman. Let me know. That was tough for me. I still don't know where I would lean.
I've been taking shots all day. I'm going to continue to take some shots. This feels like a half quarter. I did it last year. I was fine. We rebounded and do it again. Give me Ali Gordon.
Ollie Gordon's a great pick there. These are fun running back picks, but it's why, like, instead of Downs, or I guess no, keep Downs, but instead of Pollard, you go Pickens. You're set through the flex, and then your running backs are just all of these rookies. Like, you could then get like a dusty Nick Chubb later. You could get a dusty Austin Eckler still hanging around as guys you can just throw in the running back spot early. But then sleep soundly knowing you're loaded at tight end, quarterback, wide receiver, and flex. That's my only nitpick with the team.
That feels unnecessary. That felt unnecessary.
Brandon Ayuk. What the hell? Cam Scatterbo.
Imagine having to draft a running back right now.
I can't even figure out what your team is with these.
All right, I'm going Tank Bigsby. All right, at this point in the draft, I think it's important to not take a guy that's like pick 140, he'll be 130 value, but to swing on home runs. So I'm going to go with Anthony Richardson as my QB3.
That is
the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Nah, he'll be coming knocking on your door in fucking week 6.
That is horrific drafting.
I drafted Anthony Richardson towards the end of the draft as my QB3 with Daniel Jones still on the board, but I think it's important when we're late in fantasy drafts, you're not drafting a QB 29 and hoping he ends the year as a QB 27. No, you draft the QB 30 and Anthony Richardson on a guy who has upside to be the QB 8, and that's what I did.
I like the mindset of that. I like what he's talking through here.
Because he has that upside. He is the best possible fantasy quarterback. He's the best fantasy quarterback handcuff in fantasy football. That term's never used. It's always running back handcuffs. Quarterback handcuffs, I got the 101.
Old man Austin Eckler. Sam Darnold. Going with the guy the film guys love and going with Rashid.
All the rookie running backs are welcome on the Cavs of Destiny. I'm taking Quinshon Judkins.
Taking Brian Robinson.
I'm about to select Christian Kirk.
Oh, man.
The Texans paid Christian Kirk a 4-year, $72 million contract this offseason.
No. That's just,
what'd they pay him?
That was what the Jaguars gave him like 4
No. What'd they pay him this offseason? I think they paid him like, no.
They traded like a 6th for him.
Google AI. It probably
Google AI has never been
what
like
they pay him though?
From Jack.
Like a normal sal. Yeah, I think they just have they just traded for him. We need to just.
So if I haven't put this on the board, like where do we stand on that?
You don't have to take him.
You
didn't stick him
Who are you?
I literally want him. Both of you.
Do you want Christian Kirk? Someone give me his contract real quick.
He
just got traded.
Okay, so he's on that contract. I kind of like Kirk. You want me to undo it? Hold on, let me check my rankings.
Yeah, he's still on the last year of his deal with the Jags. They traded for him, but the Texans aren't paying him much, but like he's still getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm into him, Bird, and Mims. Those who were the guys I was deciding, the other two I felt like I could get later. That's why I was going to take Richard Kirk here.
That makes sense. The only reason I liked
I'm sitting
Kirk
at the
is
turn
because
hoping. I mean, you guys know I'm hoping Burden comes to me.
I have Rice, so I was like, Kirk will play, and the rookies take over, and who's sitting Rice back? Burden. All right, I'm going to draft Kirk, trade him, do. And no, just draft Burden.
No,
I don't want to take Burden right here. I guess technically it's quick for me. I'm not taking him hoping that you trade. I'll take Burden. Just take Burden. You're acting like we're not going to make a trade later in this season. All right, then I'm drafting him, and I want to swap with Burden. Just pick who you don't pick him because you think you're going to trade him.
That's not going to work.
Look, I mean, I wanted Christian Kirk. I do. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Can we just want Burden? Just pick Burden. I don't want Burden right here though.
You're not getting Bird. You're getting Kirk.
I don't know that. You don't trust him? No, not really. I kind of run.
And them like just screaming at the top of their lungs about Luther Burden. I was like, all right, there's just no way I end up with him here.
But I do like Christian Kirk, so I would have taken Kirk there. Burden, I felt like I could give like a last round pick. Taking Ramondre Stevenson, like he ain't gonna do shit either, you know. At that point, I'm just hoping for a Travion Henderson injury, and then I guess we're good. But I just need running backs, whatever. I'm not trusting Jack. I don't need Christian Kirk enough to trust Jack. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Decent.
Going Ramondre.
What the fuck, dude?
I told you to just draft.
I wanted Burden. You said Kirk. I wanted to do a trade.
I gotta read Ron here. Do I take this guy?
I think Nick here at this point is trying to read if I'm taking Burden. I'm not quite sure.
I don't get him. Yeah, it's another not great pick.
Oh, that's like every pick last year, dude. It's probably a good strategy. It ended up really well. Yeah, take all of it. Don't get caught. My pants down, Daniel Jones.
Nope.
My boy, Luther. All right. Do you want to swap? No, sir. And then my other guy, Basil Tootin, baby. Yes, I do have.
I love it. We get it. We get our guys there. Tootin, Burden. Show me the board though.
Shot White for the handcuff.
Yeah, so we go Tootin, Burden. I mean, some people might be like, well, you already took ETN. To me, if we're talking, we're in the double-digit rounds, might as well take a swing on ETN and Tootin. Hope one of them emerge from the backfield. Maybe ETN could get traded somewhere where then like ETN skyrockets and so does Tootin. So I was just taking best player available. Then we get wide receiver through the flex, +1, +2. So now we're good at receiver. Now I feel good about my running back depth behind James Cook and Travion Henderson. We're looking very good.
Favorite players this year has talked about him nonstop. No. Dante Thornton Jr. What team is he on? No, it ain't.
No, it ain't. The Raiders.
Already filling up my IR spot. Joe Mixon.
Marvin Mims. Nick Chubb.
Seen a lot of that.
Joe loves a Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb fucking style player. Why didn't you draft Mark Andrews? Like, what happened?
That was a fire pick.
No.
You don't even watch the Raiders.
Yo, after the George Pickens pick, I think you actually started tweeting.
I had a seizure. Yeah, I should have taken Luka in the 7th.
Chuba, Olave, Andrews, Stafford, Jerome Ford.
Oh, they're vets. They're vets. Yeah, really. You have 2 Miami wide receivers.
That offense is fire.
Is it? When was that?
Anytime. Tua has been healthy.
Rayson Davis.
We're going to keep it the shots. Just keep them rolling. Some horns. Get Jay down blue. Jay down. I do not like that selection.
That's a fun pick too. Like I love these late swings on these running backs. Like this rookie class is supposed to be one of those ones, right? It's been compared to 2017. Why not just keep taking shots on it?
Jake Ferguson.
Let Russ cook.
First rookie, Trey Harris.
Wow. Say something.
But again, not the nitpick. I love gut. Pickens here. And then instead of Shaheed, this could have just been, Judkins or Stevenson or Jerome Ford or Nick Chubb. Just like a high floor guy you can start early.
Say something. I'm giving up on you. Probably. I have James Connors. I'm going Trey Benson. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. We're going to see what you can see. Najee Harris. Rashad Bateman. I'll go with Josh Palmer.
What the hell?
Fuck, man. Fuck. I'll trade you for him.
That's another nitpick. And I'm only being hard on Gut because I love Gut. But at this point, your receivers are set. Your running backs are so thin. This got to be any RB that's breathing.
Jackson Dart.
Mark Cooper.
Not Ty Johnson. Before Dearness Johnson.
Oh, whoa.
Roshan Johnson.
The 1,000-yard rusher and starting running back for the Houston Texans, Damian Pierce.
Funky kid.
Going Joe Flacco, and I'll be going Isaiah Likely right into my damn IR.
I've gotten killed for this. People are like, why did you take Flacco when you already have Mahomes and Lamar? Well, they're both going to be on bye weeks. And then also, what if Flacco comes out in the first 6 weeks? He's amazing. Even if you think long-term, maybe they bring in Shador or Dylan Gabriel. What if somebody goes down, right? One of these quarterbacks are going to get hurt. Let's say one of these guys that has only 2 quarterbacks. If Sam Darnold goes down and Flacco, while he's playing, is a top 12 starter every week, I can trade Joe Flacco for some legit pieces that got drafted all the way up here. So that's my thoughts there. And then also Isaiah Likely, this backfired. I took him. There was a bunch of tight ends on the board I was thinking through, but I was like, I wanted Likely because we tight end's my only weak spot in my eyes, right? So Loveland and Likely. The point for this is that Likely can go in my IR spot. Here's the deal. I was under the impression that I couldn't add Likely directly to my IR spot. So I was like, okay, I'll take a gamble that one of the tight ends that doesn't go, that I'll like them. I'll put Likely on my IR. I'll pick up a tight end off waivers, and I'll be good to go. But Likely's not on IR right now. So he's not actually available to go into my IR spot. And it's now putting me in real time, a really tricky spot where I probably just have to drop Likely for another tight end because I don't feel that great about Loveland starting in the early season. And you have really boring Zach Ertz, Hunter Henry type still out there that I would feel better about starting at this point in the year.
I'm kind of put on a fucking masterclass here. Besides your fucking jag shit.
Damn, yeah.
Welcome to injured reserve. That is Pierce.
Sorry again, Stain.
Horton here's a heave. Horton here's a heave. He took Horton.
Oh, what team, Casey? What the fuck? We're in the last fucking round. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna go Tyler Algier.
Fuck! No, I talked myself into it.
Fire.
This man gave me my only 2 wins this season.
Yes, sir, Joe.
My only 2 good moments last year. Kareem the Dream.
All right, last pick, Wandale Robinson.
Another guy that helped build the foundation of your team. Helpets.
Yeah! Let's go! Pitts Mania! Let's fucking go, Gutters.
Justice Hill. William Shipley. All right, Steen, home run swing here.
Let's go, Steen. All right, everyone make a prediction. Who will Jay draft here? I'm going...
Brent Strange.
He already has 2 of them boys. I think he's going to go with... Is Allen Robinson still on the Steelers? Is that another running back?
One more rookie, I think. Jalen Royals.
Thoughts?
Yeah, you
Sexy, you're the last pick of the draft. You got to build up the hype a little more there.
Let's get another speech.
Yeah, go again.
Speech.
Do it one more time. You're almost there.
With the final pick in your Leaguemates, Judge Sexual selects Brendan Strange.
Yeah.
Hey, Sexy, that was going to be my pick if I didn't take Horton. All right, well, that's it. What's the draft? Eat some more fucking food, too. There's 22 pounds of meat in there.
All right, there's the board. We'll talk through it as people kind of show their teams here.
Drafts in the books. I got to say, I thought we had an extra flex spot, so the fact that we don't have a double flex on top of it got me feeling a little...
I don't know how Nick doesn't know the format of his own league, but I do love it.
A little nicey now. Overall, I don't feel like I have a lot of holes in my lineup. If I can go back and maybe dish out a pick, I'll tell you what. Jawan Jennings, not going to be a needle mover, but if I didn't get him with that last wide receiver pick of mine, we'd be in a bad place. We'd be in a bad place heading to a worse place. Overall, I like the lineup. I'm looking at sleeper week 1 projections, which I actually hate. They have me projected for the highest scoring team in week 1, 137. They already have me with a 62% advantage over JMO. That is almost an auto L for me. That's like when the Yahoo grades your draft and they're like, you got an A+ draft.
I'd say solid. Again, the Hubbard, I think I would have just taken Egbuka or something here. Would have freed him up, maybe take a running back later. But he is right. Getting Jennings here makes this Hubbard pick a lot easier to stomach.
You're not making the playoffs at that point. That sucks. But I like that we start off the gate, 3 division games, and we end the season with 3 division games.
The team definitely ended up looking not how I would expect it to look. DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson, Ladd McConkey, Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce. Basically, my whole team was a list of guys I did not expect to have. So it kind of went downhill after round 2 here.
I would have taken another receiver. I don't know that... I guess, he has wide receivers with the flex. I would have wanted one more receiver here before you start taking all these stabs down here. But this is fine, a fine hero RB construction.
All in all, the shape of it, I don't think is that bad. If Cam Ward can have a good rookie season, I think I'm in a phenomenal shape, phenomenal spot to be in. I do think that's going to kind of make or break it, though. I need either Geno Smith to have another good season. He had a pretty good season last year, but obviously a lot has changed from then till now. I actually think he's in a better situation than he was last year, but that doesn't mean he's going to produce at a better level. Nothing's given. It's Geno Smith. We've seen a lot of bad Geno Smith. So I like Geno, but I also recognize that it's, nothing's a given with him. My bench is just horrific. I try to load up on running backs to kind of make up for the fact that my RB2 is David Montgomery, and I don't love that. Don't load up on my bench. My bench is fucking gross. But I think the starting lineup's not bad. Garrett Wilson, and Devontae Adams. I need you guys to kind of get your shit together. There were flashes last year that you guys had good times with Aaron Rodgers, but I need you.
Another draft in the books, and we had some doubts in the middle there, but we were feeling it.
Got the suspenders. I love it, man. Nate's the man.
Way better than last year. Really happy with the squad, especially the top half of the draft. We got Josh Allen, we got Caleb Williams. That is a dynamic duo to lead as quarterback. Love the Chase Brown, Bucky Irving picks, Calvin Ridley, and Ted McMillan. Top it off, and the rest,
Yeah, I think the only one, like, I just don't love the Javonte pick. I think if this was a receiver, I'd feel better. But I think it's well constructed. Again, I think Ridley early, Caleb early, but sometimes it's get your guys season.
It's kind of a crapshoot. Like, we got our depth, we got some high upside guys, we got some guys that can flame out. But either way, feeling way better than last year, feeling great in the division. I think I'm not really scared of anyone. I think Sexy might have had an alright draft. JL, Adam, I play Adam week 1. I think that's going to be a slaughter. He's got some guys in there on the pup list. I don't even know how he's going to fill out a lineup, but I'm feeling great.
Who I thought fucked up this draft. I'm going to be honest, Adam.
You put a no respect to my name. It's all good, though.
I think the draft was a little questionable on your part.
I'm honestly feeling pretty good about my team. I feel good, not great about my team. I think I did some things this year that I wanted to.
Receiver through the flex, tight end. Kind of a pretty extreme hero RB build. I think it's okay. I probably would have wanted... You guys know me. I'm a sucker for receivers. I probably wouldn't have gone Godwin. I think that there were probably better options here, like a Jennings, or I even have with Godwin hurt. I guess maybe you could talk me into putting him on IR, but I'm not sure. Yeah, no. You can put him on IR once it's like declared he's out. So I guess it's like kind of a decently high IQ play with the way things are constructed. But these are good RB2 options like Dobbins, Scatabo, Eckler. I think.
Based on how last year went, wanted to make sure my receiver room as a whole was better than last year. I constantly was having to put in guys like Ray McLeod last year, and that I was trying as much as possible not to do at least out of the draft right away. So I feel good about my receiver room. I'm Ross St. Brown, Marv at my 2. Then I have Devontae Smith as my 3. I have Rome as my 4, and Godwin as my 5. So
as you said, I'm telling you, receivers are the lifeblood of your team in this setup with 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, and all these deep starting lineup.
Really good about that room, honestly. I wanted to make sure obviously my quarterbacks weren't as bad as last year. That was a disastrous quarterback room I had last season. I feel like it's kind of mid at this point, but still going with both quarterbacks because J.J. McCarthy unproven and Kyler Murray feels about as hated as ever. I do like Genty as my 1 as far as the running back goes, but then I got my running back 2 is an area of concern. I'm gonna have to see what I can do, kind of what we can cook up throughout the season. I got J.K. Dobbins, but then I have Eckler. Shipley's more just a handcuff to. I don't have Barkley, but if there was an injury to happen, I think Shipley could be really good. So he's probably someone I'm looking to cut early if nothing happens to Saquon right away. I also got Najee Harris. I have no idea what's up with the eye. So I feel like my team's in a good spot, not a great spot. So we will see how it goes. But this year, I'm making the playoffs, and this year, bringing home the belt.
I don't know how I feel about my team. I feel pretty solid. Obviously, Tajay now on IR, which makes me feel better about Pollard, but really tough matches for week 1. I think we lose week 1 to Ron, as we really get our feet under us to see what running backs have what roles here. Dylan Sampson, Ali Gordon.
Yeah, me and Gut week 1 grudge match.
Should play week 1. Merritt should play week 1. Like we should have.
Yeah, that's again. I'm nitpicking Gut. I love Gut. Pickens over Pollard for me. Then a running back over Shaheed. Then a running back over Palmer, and then a running back over Pitts. So it would have been Lamb, Nico, McBride, Dak, Stroud, Pickens, Egbuka, Bill, Downs, Samson, Gordon, running back, Blue, running back over Pitts. That's how I would have done it as like a extreme true 0 RB build, but I think that's still one of the better.
Coming out playing week 1. We'll see who does what with it. The big thing for me though is matchups are tough. Week 1, CD Lamb versus Philly. Josh Downs. That's a pretty solid matchup, but he's still banged up, so a little bit worried. But we do have Mecca and Nico. CD should be like matchup proof on the surface. Stroud versus the Rams. I feel pretty good about that matchup.
Like I said, I love how down to business Gut is. Like everyone else is like, oh my god, I think my team sucks. And Gut's like, well, let's look at these week 1 matchups.
But if Matt Stafford doesn't end up playing, we'll see. He should. Overall, week 1 for Ron looks tough. But outside of that, I think my team is really boom or bust here. I think we drafted for ceiling at everything here. Obviously, if CD and Dak hit, ceiling play. If CJ and Nico hit, I feel like very consistent as well with those two. Feel really good about a new OC there in for the Texans. A Mecca I really like, obviously. Our late summer riser, Bay, McMillan out, Godwin out. Mecca should see a lot of touches, especially against Atlanta. Really gonna come out of the RB room. We drafted some really potentially great RBs. Ali Gordon, Dylan Sampson, Jadon Blue, Bill, and I feel good about all of them. I just need to see who has what role.
We got some boomer bust teams. I think JL's team is very boomer bust. Gut's running back group is crazy. It's Tony Pollard, which is going to end up being a great pick, and then he's got I think all rookies.
Gut's team's floor is last place for sure, and I think the floor of Gut is like last by a lot. I like CeeDee Lamb and I like Nico Collins, and I guess that's pretty cool that he stacked him with Dak and CJ Stroud, but let's not forget how terrible of a fantasy season it was for Stroud last year. And I think the majority of the problem for Stroud was his O-line was so terrible, and it might have just got even worse. So I like CJ Stroud, the real life quarterback. Don't love him as a fantasy asset. Dak should be better, but also like it is Brian Schottenheimer. Feels like he could probably infect this entire Cowboys team. I think Gut's team is fine, but I think the floor of Gut could be like a couple wins this season.
All right, this is your substitute teacher speaking. I will say, really the only sort of pickup is how shallow the benches are. In a league where you're starting 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, and a super flex on top of that, only 6 bench spots. You gotta make some really tough decisions. So down the stretch, we take Levin as our upside tight end. I still like Dallas Goedert and Hunter Henry, Zach Ertz. I don't want to take too many of these because I wanted the first time the waivers roll, I want to grab one of these guys. So when I did my final pick, I took Isaiah Likely. I'm going to put him on the IR. I'll get a boring tight end that I feel better about starting than Colson Lovin. We'll go from there. A little later running back because I just can't hold that many. I would have loved Keaton Mitchell at the end there. I don't know, when you only wait until 80 rounds your wide receiver.
I will say, let me know team names as well. Right now I just have Team Ron because my sleeper name is something crazy and you wouldn't know it's me. But I'm down for a new team name. Let me know. Do we want to lean into substitute teacher? Do we want to lean into one of the players I picked? Let me know. Give me some ideas.
Okay, AJ Brown, Travis Hunter, Zay Flowers, Judy, Addison. We're going to have to start 4 of those guys every week. Addison's suspended. Luther Burden's a rookie. So I don't know. I think you just have to build your team like this. We took 2 running backs up top, so I feel fine about that. So I love my team, to be honest. I think I'm going to finish first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, boys. All those Jack fans out there, I know there's a few of you.
This is actually well constructed. Like, as much as Jack like leads off as whatever, Three running backs up top. Going these three running backs and then not taking another one until Roshan is beautifully done. Like that's how you do it. You're going to have to start three of these receivers every week. Rice is going to be gone for a while, so it's Tyreek, Waddle, Debo. Pittman in your flex spot, that's not bad at all. And then Kirk Mims off the bench isn't bad at all. I'd probably go rookie wide receiver over Roshan, but that's nitpicking there. This is actually, if you're going to take three running backs off the top in this setup, like this is what your team has to look like. So honestly, well done.
Go row with me down the stretch when all the haters were hating. Year 2, put in the comments now if you're riding with J Money Millionaire. All right, here's how the team worked out. I went 3 RBs off the bat. I don't know why. It just is the way the board fell, and I got saved by Drake May. If Drake May had been picked before me, I would have been in serious trouble. I don't even like Drake May that much, but I think he'd be like a mid-range quarterback this year. He's got some rushing upside. Obviously, the thing that's going to be talked about the most is the Miami love. I went Tua, Tyreek, and Waddle.
Jack's team will be good if it all hits. Like, if everything goes in motion, it should be pretty solid, but you're banking on Miami's offense and Christian McCaffrey to be healthy, which is, that's a scary place to be.
Who stacked the Dolphins. Don't know what he was thinking about there, and then he has Rashi Rice and Christian McCaffrey. So Christian McCaffrey could be unhealthy. If Tua gets hurt, there goes Tua, there goes Tyreek, there goes Waddle. So I would say the same thing about Jack. Jack could easily finish in dead last.
I love Jack's running backs. I mean, he literally went all running back. Bijan, CMC, JT, goats, and then he tripled down on the Dolphins offense. Fuck the division. Probably just not a move I would make.
There's so much risk with this team. You know, Tyreek Hill's old, Rashi Rice going to be suspended. He went triple running back early. Took the latest QBs of anybody. Yeah, it's not exactly ideal for Jack, I think.
I said on here before, I liked Tua. I think when they're healthy, they've shown to be a good offense. Obviously, I'm one hit, one concussion away from that whole thing exploding like it did last year, but I'm playing the upside. Like, I think there's a scenario where that offense is explosive, like it was drafted just last year, so that's my play there. I got Shadur because perfect timing. I love Rashee Rice. Like, when he's on the field, he's obviously a monster. My wide receiver room obviously has some major character issues there with Tyreek and Rashee, but our running backs are very sound players.
We really turned it around in these last 3 or 4 rounds. Last I left you, we just had gotten Sean Judkins, who definitely is facing some uncertainty in his early start to the season. And so I was looking a little iffy. I had Stephon Diggs, Jaden Reed, Jaden Higgins, then Judkins, and then the last 3 picks that we just wrapped up. Ray Davis, Jackson, motherfucking Dart, baby, and Wan'Dale Robinson, his favorite wide receiver. Let's fucking go.
I will say I wanted Dart over Flacco. I was really hoping Dart came back. That's a good pick. I think this is like decent the way that it's set up. Diggs, Higgins, I don't know. Receiver's pretty weak. With Hampton, Brees, and Harvey here, I think over Judkins and Davis, you go wide receiver, at least one of these picks, and hope for something.
I'm hyped. This was the exact last 3 pieces.
Unfortunate with Reed. We didn't have the info we have now on Reed's foot.
This is that I needed. I said it last year. Travis Kelce and Lam McConkey were the last pieces I needed. Set up good for the season. It's a weird roster, but it's a good roster. I'm happy. Now it's all about navigating the season. Let's go. Ready to win back to back. Boys, buckle it up. Cast of Destiny, baby. Let's go.
Really like my team. I think I'm in a great spot. I'm not really worried about any position. I like what I got everywhere. I am relying on Tyler Warren, a tight end, but there's gonna be guys on the waiver wire. You'll have opportunities if something doesn't pan out, and if there's one position that you can really.
Yeah, Sexy's team is solid. It's solid.
Punt in a non-10 premium league, it is tight end. I think I got some good depth everywhere, and if something happens to one of my players, I got guys who've been filling. Darnell Mooney on the bench, even Keenan Allen. I took him in the 14th round. Like, back with the Chargers, I could see him having a role. He won't be the same as it was before, but you got poor with Justin Herbert. Teams that don't like, honestly, Adam and J-Mo right next to me. I don't like either of their teams, especially at the top. I wouldn't have taken a lot of those guys, and it really helped me take guys who I really do like.
I'm a little concerned for J-Mo as far as his wide receiver 3 spot. Only Matthew Golden, and really no one else as far as Trey Harris, Jalen Royals, like in the Dynasty, not in redraft. I put J-Mo down there with Casey as well. When we like this, we have to start 3 wide receivers in flex every year or every week. He has Golden wide receiver 3, Trey Harris wide receiver 4. That's going to be pretty brutal.
I think my team could have been worse for sure. I mean, it could have been J-Mo's. J-Mo's out there saying his team's gas. Where's the gas?
Dude, I might have the GOAT top squad. I don't like anyone's team. But I took Jalen Royals, the Chiefs rookie.
This is what I don't get. This is my biggest hang up with J-Mo's team. What does Jordan Mason do for this team is my biggest hang up. This needs to be receiver. So you could have, Golden wide receiver 3, some wide receiver depth with Mason. Because after Golden, it's Trey Harris and Jalen Royals, which are guys like you can't start. This is a 2 running backs, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. So he can't start Mason in his flex. He's going to have Walker, Connor, Swift through the flex spot. I don't know what Mason does for this team, really. Like, even if Aaron Jones goes down, and then you got, Swift on your bench. So I don't know. I think that he eventually trades one of these running backs, but, over Tank, this has to be a wide receiver. I don't know. I think the Jordan Mason one, to me, is the big hiccup. This just has to be best receiver available.
Just feel like anytime you can take a part of the Chiefs dynasty and there's an upside.
But I do love his confidence and how much he loves his team. This is what fantasy football is all about. J-Mo's a good kid.
Swing, we're talking about the last round of the drafts. Again, it's worth an upside swing. I have a team I love. I love. Neighbors, Puka, guys I like. Herbert, my favorite quarterback. Jordan Love, probably my top 5 favorite quarterbacks. I do wish I would be able to pull off T-Law and Herbert, but K9 and James Conner, 2 running backs I like. Little injury concerns, but I went deep. DeAndre Swift, Jordan Mason, Trey Benson. I got backups. I got insurance. Predictions, I feel good about my team to make the playoffs, mainly because I don't like Casey's team. I don't like Tony's team. Again, I already called out Nate's team with Casey's. Don't love his. Don't know if I like Joe's. Guts is a fun one because I thought I went risky. With a couple of my picks, I leaned into my biasness of guys I like, but Gut straight up high risk, high reward of the team. If his running backs miss, he's legit in last week's contention. If his running backs hit, it's he might have a perfect lineup, QB running back, wide receiver tight, no flaws. We'll see if they're an anchor or a fucking cheat code. I'm gonna look at JL's team. He was a champ. Let's talk shit on the champ. Jalen Hurts, good start. Don't like Brees Hall. Don't love Diggs. Don't like Quinshon Judkins starting. Don't like Bryce Young. Don't know if I like the team. Sexy team. We plays JL week 1. Burrow, good. Don't love Sexy's running backs. Let me look at Joe's because I was just talking about it. Gibbs and Williams and London and DK. Okay, I love all those. Love Kittle. I like Penix. Okay, really, I'm worried about Jalen Warren as a starter, but low-key, I thought Nick Chubb was great value. Didn't like Kupp, but if you don't have to start him, good value.
Joe just did his punishment a couple weeks ago, and he followed that up by drafting. I don't hate, I don't really hate Joe's team. Michael Penix, we'll have to see what he's like. But I really like the combination of Gibbs and Kyron.
Of course, with my last pick of the entire draft, I picked the greatest player in the draft, Kareem Hunt. Welcome back home to an actual winning team this year.
So he just got London, Sutton, Metcalf, Cup through the flex. Gibbs, Kyron up top. I think, yeah, he kind of, this is something that you'll see in home leagues too, is like just like the last few picks, it's like, fuck it, but it's like these matter a lot. I think Brian Robinson, Amari Cooper, Kareem Hunt are pretty rough here. I guess Keon Coleman's fine. I just think that you probably want to go receiver here, like just with the way your receivers panned out, and you already took 2 running backs up top, but
looking at
I think it's fine. It's like a high floor team. He's trying to not get last place. I think that he probably succeeded in that effort.
We know projections mean absolutely nothing. I am currently the 3rd highest projection for week 1. I last year don't think I had a projection over 130. This year I have a projection of 130. So that alone makes me feel good, even though it might not mean anything, but I'll take it. I played Jack week 1. I feel like I got a lot of guys that I wanted. Like I didn't really say that I wanted many guys when I first sat down, but like I like Courtland Sutton, I like Drake London, I like DK Metcalf. They're all wide receiver ones at their teams, unless I'm missing something. I like getting Michael Penix with Drake London, even though I really am not sold on Michael Penix. Just having that as my stack is nice. I don't mind it. My later round picks, I snagged Cooper Kupp. No idea if he's gonna be good or not. I got Keon Coleman, which I'm kind of happy about. I don't really know who else Josh Allen's throwing the ball to. I mean, I know Khalil Shakir, I know he's a sprained ankle. Josh Palmer's on the team now. I don't really know who else he's on the ball to. So hopefully Keon Coleman's stud. Got Amari Cooper at the very end, just because Brian Robinson, Nick Chubb, and then Kareem Hunt, just because Kareem Hunt deserves to be on a winning team this year. And we're gonna win some games. This year, we're gonna double our win total. I feel good. I can say this. I feel good that I do not have a last place team. I feel at least 100 times better than I did last year when I sat down in the chair and was instantly knowing that the next 16 weeks were gonna be hell. So I feel good about my team, which scares the living shit out of me because anytime I've ever felt good about a fantasy team, it's never worked out well. So, last year I did feel like shit about my fantasy team, and it didn't work out well. So if I'm just competitive, that's all I care about. Let's just build on more than 2 wins right now. I'm not even worried about first place. I'm worried about just building. Just win some weeks, lose some weeks, have fun for once. That's what I'm hoping for.
Prediction for the season, going to finish in the top half. Going to be between me and Sexy for the division win. And then we'll just see what happens when we get to the playoffs. It's a long season. Super confident in my abilities on the wire. Finish in the top, make the playoffs, and we'll go from there. Don't be too confident because, like I said, the middle of the draft got a little iffy, but this is a new year, new Nate. Naters are with me. Let's see what we can do.
I think I'm going to win, to be honest. I do love my team. I think the only weakness is tight end. I'm fine. I think I've had barbecue sauce on my forehead this entire time. I'll be honest with you guys. All right. That's just what it is. But yeah,
No, I literally did have barbecue sauce on my forehead.
A top 3, I'm obviously going to pick myself. If you don't pick yourself, come on. It's players you like.
Make the playoffs and we'll go from there. Don't be too confident because, like I said, the middle of the draft got a little iffy, but this is a new year, new Nate. Naters are with me. Let's see what we can do.
I think I'm going to win, to be honest with you. I do love my team.
You hate to see it.
I think the only weakness is tight end. I'm fine. I think I've had
barbecue
sauce on my forehead this entire time. I'll be honest with you guys.
It is what it is.
All right. That's just what it is. But yeah, my only weakness is tight end, which since the dawn of time, punting off tight end, I think is absolutely fine. We'll just play the waivers.
I don't necessarily like my draft, but I think compared to other teams, it's looking all right.
So I think Tony's got a really good team. If I had to pick a top 3, I'm obviously going to pick myself. If you don't pick yourself, come on. It's players you like the most. So you got to pick yourself top 3. And then I say Tony and Nate, my other 2 in the top 3.
I think I have a pretty good chance everyone hits. My projection's really low, obviously, for week 1. No real starting running back.
But yeah, I like my squad. I faced off with Joe week 1.
People sleeping on me. I don't think a single person's like, yeah, I think Rod's team is sweet.
I'm excited for that one. Obviously, he was fucking horrible last year, but fresh team. He kind of ran the rock by drafting his team, and should be a good matchup. So, hook 'em horns, and I need a team name. So, if anyone has a good team name for me, shoot me a DM, and I will make that my team name.
I'm making predictions right now. I think I'm going to make the playoffs with JMO. I think that's my prediction. I think Casey and Tony have probably my least favorite teams, but there's just literally no point in going on record and saying that you hate teams because it never ages fucking well. So, you know what? I'm going to finish last place. I'm going to get 4th place in the Pookie Bears division, but it's actually Pookie Bears division until it's backwards. It was always us. Everyone else, I think, drafted well. Joe came in, drafted a good team after last place finish. Proud of him. So, a lot of boomer bust guys. I'm last place. Joe's probably 1st place. We'll leave it at that.
He's back!
All right, there it is. I mean, I guess Joe put in some Kareem Hunt highlights, but that is the draft. There is, of course, Nick's reaction video. We are hopping on the trend here. Of course, make sure you subscribe and check out Your Idiot Leaguemates. I'll make sure to put the link down below. Here is the channel where videos will be, I guess, put out weekly for recaps and just kind of things around the league. But I am very, very excited to see how this year shakes out in Your Idiot Leaguemates. I'm very honored to be a part of it. Someone that's like kind of an outsider. I'm not signed to BDG long-term or signed to Snapback long-term or anything crazy. I've just been helping out in the office over the summer and have become friends with these guys. So I'm excited. This is one of my favorite leagues I'm looking forward to this year. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. Again, this is something that I've never done on the channel before, but I didn't have a video to go up today, and I figured I'd hop on the wave of this new reaction in fantasy football idea. This might be my longest video I've ever posted. We'll see how this goes, but hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, check out Your Idiot Leaguemates, and I will see you guys in the next one.
VVS stones, like this froze, ice cold, ice around my body like I'm frozen.